10 years of Slowdown and the two men behind the foundation, Tony McGuinness and Chris McDermott. Tony, tell us about the history of the foundation. How did it come about?
Well, it was 1995, Chris. It was our what was to be our second last year of playing at the Crows, and Chris and I met two young lads, Nicholas Berry and Nathan McLean. Very tragically, both boys died of cancer, and so in 1996, which was our last year, we wanted to do something more to help kids with cancer and their families. So we officially formed the McGuinness-McDermott Foundation. You used to go and visit these boys in hospital? Is that how you formed a relationship? Yeah, we did a whole range of things, and not only with the two boys, but also got to meet the families as well and establish a relationship with them. So it was from there where it fueled the, I guess, the desire to be able to do something more permanent. All right, moving forward from there, how did the Slowdown come about? Of course, a play on words from the great Showdowns. Yeah, look, it took a couple of years from the first thought, but it was really about Tony McGuinness and about him getting 10 more games to get AFL Life membership. He was a couple of games short, needed 10, so we've been able to do that, which is great for him. He gets free tickets to the footy for life now. Fantastic. Now, when you approached all of your mates, when you came up with the idea, all of the ex-players, both Port Adelaide and the Crows, how easy or difficult was it? It's been the beauty, I think, that they've all said yes. You know, no one's been too hard to chase down, be it Tony, Modra, be it a special guest like Leighton Hewitt. They've all fallen over themselves to play and still continue to do so 10 years down the track. So that's been the beauty. It's made it a lot easier. South Australian footy fans, of course, are spoilt with AFL footy. Was there any trepidation going into that first game at the Adelaide Oval that you might pull a crowd? Yeah, absolutely. I think we really wondered whether a big crowd would turn up. Adelaide Oval was such a great venue, but not really AFL friendly at that stage. So there was always that concern. The other concern was umpires. I mean, we'd burned a few umpires in our time, so we weren't quite sure that anybody would offer to do the job.
Cavan, Warhurst, Maynard and Tongaree. Should be a beauty, mate.
Good on you. Thanks for that, Bruce. Yeah. And the bounce of the footy. Umpires in yellow this afternoon. We normally say the men in white, but the canary yellow this afternoon, and the Crows will get it out of the middle first up through McGuinness, looking for Pittman at centre half forward. Just a nice leisurely start to the game. No physical clashes as yet. As Greg Phillips now, the Rock of Gibraltar. The champion. Goes with the kick. Awkward looking kick for Big Cutchy. Trying to find Timmy Ginniver in the back pocket. He'll have to hurry. He's going to be harassed by Eddie Hockey. Oh, Timmy dodges, ducks, dives and weaves and gets out of strife. And sliding on his knees, Steve Curtis. So the Crows one behind, Port Adelaide yet to score. Oh, Greg.
Oh, the Phillips kick wasn't a good one, was it? Falls straight in the arms of David Marshall. He's got just a little bit there too. He drops a gear and then goes towards the forward pocket. Here's a chance for Jambo Jet. Has a shot from about 20 metres out and kicks it.
Plenty of possession, but they're not really going anywhere, Port Adelaide, as Marshall takes a mark under a ton of pressure on centre wing from David Hutton. Marshall, still super fit, gets it to Michael Taylor. Great career with Collingwood, and then, of course, came back as the first assistant coach with the Adelaide Crows. Jamison to Bruce Lindsay. Lindsay, well, he kicked it like a defender.
Bad luck. No, he went for, I think he went for McGuinness.
Do you think it was the pass?
Yeah, I think so.
Actually got this multi-skilled Andrew Jarman. The drop kicks come out, but they tell me there's a bounty on Graham Corns' head.
Yeah, look, Port Adelaide put about a $1,000 bounty on his head, but we've matched that. We've gone through.
Same players are after him.
Mate, it's good fun out here at the moment, but I tell you what, the pressure's on for Port Adelaide to come back, I tell you.
Just hands it over towards Anderson. He's rounded up like a sheepdog, and then comes to Bruce Lindsay on the close side of the ground. The Lindsay kick had some penetration, didn't it? Some body work is good. Fiacci, we wouldn't like being beaten, would he, George? It comes to Tasker. The Tasker to Rowe. Rowe's got a lot to say for himself. Goes across the top to Marshall, who shouldn't miss. Tried the ball. Goes to Corns. Ah, Cornsy, what can you do? He's kicked it. He's got his second. The very cheeky little George Fiacci, and there's a wrestle on behind play. I don't know how serious it is. You'd hope, oh, jeepers.
Greg Phillips.
Maybe it is a bit.
Greg Phillips fell on Clayton Lamb. That's how serious it is.
Well, Clayton's not the best for it either underneath there. He's just being suffocated. Andrew Jarman, nice little ball, wasn't
beautiful?
It? To half forward he goes, has a look at Stephen Rowan, finds him as well, half forward left side.
Goes one way, then the other, gets it to Greg Anderson, the blonde hair flowing in the breeze, as they used to say. And the mark taken by Micken, who's looked pretty handy early in this game.
He should be. Like, he's still very actively involved in football with the Crows and keeps himself extremely fit.
Goes across to centre half forward, and McGuinness had to show some courage. Tim Ginniver coming through very late with the spoil. And McGuinness stood his ground and took the mark.
Now I think he's going to have a crack at this.
Yeah, he'll kick from just inside the 50-metre line.
Drop punt.
Now, on the run, he used to make this distance easily from a standing start. Perhaps not the same. Oh, beautiful there. Kick. Beautiful kick off the boot. And the Crows have their sixth. 6-1-37. Just getting away from Port Adelaide. 2-1-13. Got it to Curtis, in turn to Brewer. Now Port Adelaide into attack. No, the smother from Pittman was good. It comes to Andrew Jarman, the turnover. Now to McGuinness.
That's great skill, isn't it? Just took
Fantastic.
it one hand and away it went. McDermott now has a look at and finds Lamb, who already has one on the board. Good little fake. Now from 35 kicks it and kicks another one. So, must have had the skates on. Fell straight over to Jamison in the middle of the ground and right in the centre of Adelaide Oval. Beautiful scene today for the duel of the decade as
Jarman, look at him loose.
Hayes comes
He's
through,
loose.
has a look at Jarman and takes a one-hander 12 metres from goal.
There must be a story why you've come off.
Yeah, look, down the corner scoreboard down there, talking to a few of the supporters, and I had one beer. Graham Corns, my senior coach, dragged me. So, obviously, I've let the team down by having one beer with the supporters. It was a very emotional scene down there.
You've always been a people's man, haven't you?
Well, I love the people, and I love Graham Corns, and the bounty now's going up to $5,000.
Very smooth.
Well done.
Fiacci out of the middle. He's looking for Roger Delaney, but he can't find him. Wayne Marnie to Hodges now. Look at the power of this man. Hodges goes to the goal square. Greg Phillips just edges Patterson under the footy, and the crowd love it.
Anderson.
Oops.
Nice
Little legs
kick.
pumping of Eddie Hocking. Where is James Manson when you need him? As Lamb from right on 50. Do you think Clayton's not racking up some
Have a look
possessions?
at this
That's a
kick.
pretty good
Have a
one.
look at
isn't
this
it?
kick.
That is an absolute beauty.
Yes, well, I've got one of the goal kickers of all time, 153 in 1990. Any chance of getting amongst it today, Scotty?
No, mate, it's a bit slow at the moment, but I think by the time a few of these blokes wear down, I reckon that's where I'll pick up a few more kicks.
Well, you know, if you can't get a goal, you got to go the knuckle, don't you?
Yes, well, Cornsy's not on yet, so we'll wait till he gets on here.
I think there's $5,000 on it. Thanks,
Is
Scotty.
it? Beautiful.
There's just 19 in at the half-time as we see an explosion of players in over the top of little Eddie down the bottom there, as Andrew Jarman shows more than we need to see.
I'm not quite so sure how serious these Port Adelaide boys are at the moment. I've got the hierarchy here. Jack and his selectors. Mate, what is going on?
Well, we were a bit worried. Half-time, we really had a knuckle down, but the players will respond, I think.
Is that a carrot or a
We
cigar?
didn't think that the Crows were taking it seriously enough, so, you know, we thought we'd do our bit.
Ball ends up with Greg Anderson. Still looks super fit, doesn't he?
It won't be
Runs
a,
beautifully.
it won't be a handball.
Finds Eddie Hocking, who goes into Andrew Pays, in turn to Andrew Jarman. Working the ball beautifully down the ground to Jamison, who's kicked a couple of handy goals. Clayton Lamb, this man's the best player on the ground by a mile. He'll kick goal number 5. Clayton Lamb, you don't mind.
Here he goes, here he goes.
Yeah, he's running now with Huskis along centre wing. Huskis tackled by the runner, who
He's
lays
got two
another
of them.
tackle.
Great second effort from the runner.
Sign him up. The kick now from Huskis goes forward.
Oh, big mask.
The others are just dog-tired.
Others having fun.
Anderson, beautiful kick. That's about a 55, 60-metre kick to the far side.
Whoops,
Pointed
whoops.
McDermott. Big trap for Stephen Rose. Shovels it
Yeah,
forward.
well.
They do pretty well, though, because it ends up with Pays, and the Pays kick is
Oh,
immaculate to Graham
yeah.
Corns, who takes a mark dubiously in front. Shouldn't be too much of a problem from there.
They've gained control again.
Crows, Rod Jamison. Mate, you are running like a steam train at the moment.
I'm trying to get rid of the indigestion, Prez. Indian, red wine and beer is not conducive to a good preparation for a game.
And that's half-time, wasn't it?
Yeah, the rain just starting to come down. Just slight drizzle, I think. A few
Go
people ducking for cover. Hocking on the run. Goes goalward. Great kick, Eddie Hocking. The Scud missile.
Fullback,
An
Stephen
interesting
Williams.
player. Just about to get the ball now. Number 18. I think you'll find this is Erin Phillips. It is.
The
The
Greg
daughter
boy.
of Greg Phillips. So the ball now centre wing. Ends up with Darren Smith. Good safe hands.
Here we go.
Handballs over the top. Chance for Port Adelaide to run it down through Brewer. Goes to centre half forward.
It's on.
And the mark is taken by Max James. The high flyer takes off it to vacant goal
That's
square.
it.
It'll dribble
Yeah.
through. Handy goal to Port Adelaide. He's going to hit Greg Anderson on the chest. In fact, and he gives it to Erin Phillips. Let's see what she does with it.
She's-
From about 40 out.
Beautiful
She's
kick.
kicked it.
Erin Phillips straight through the middle. Great goal.
I'm actually with one of Adelaide's favourite sons at the moment, Stephen Rowe, who's obviously done the right thing and put on 7 or 8 kilograms for this game.
When I played, I was the only one with a bum the size of mine, but it's great to play with blokes whose bums are the same size now, Bruce. Fair to say.
Well, mate, there's only a few goals in it. You better get one of your bums into gear.
Thank you very much.
Now, can this boy Bruce one?
Wet ball, heavy ball, right towards the full forward line. There's a big pack of
Here it
players
is.
down there now.
Here it is.
Off hands, round the body goes Huskis and the power in front.
What a great start to the slowdowns. And Tony, you were worried about the crowd before the game. Wasn't it amazing?
It was fantastic, Chris. And I guess we really knew it was going to be a success when we got to the ground. The gates hadn't opened and there were lineups. Yeah. And I remember that vividly, that feeling, Bone, that At that point, at least we knew someone had turned up, and there was quite an excitement and buzz about the whole thing.
So with it being so successful, moving forward to Slowdown 2, were you nervous about that? Did you sort of think, let's just leave it at that? Slowdown was so successful, we shouldn't do that again.
We had the sense that we were onto something really special. I mean, the crowd and the aftermath was so positive that we knew we were onto something special. Just had to include some star power, and we thought we could really build to something even better.
All right, well, star power, you went to Darren Jarman and Mods, Tony Modra. What were negotiations with those fellas like?
Modra was difficult. 200 free tickets for his mates. They refused to pay the gold coin donation, would you believe it? Stood right under the scoreboard by the bar. So that was a tough one for Modra. And, well, for D. Jarman, was more about finding a pair of shorts that would fit him.
So all is set to go in Slowdown 2. In the middle, David Pittman to do the ruck work. The tap is an absolute shocker by Tim Ginniver, who takes it away only as far as Rocket Rodney Maynard, who's wrapped up in a tackle. The umpire said that's holding the ball. And Port Adelaide gets first use out of the middle. Smothered kick towards half forward. The pace, not exactly a cracker as the players have taken just a little while to warm up. Andrew Newton-Jarman tries to go fancy, and he's picked out Wayne Marnie. Quick kick forward up there, looking for and finds Mark Tyler, the angry ant. Mark Tyler just leans back on it, but it's straight through the middle.
Graham Corns here. You're an absolute disgrace out there. No wonder Darren Jarman wanted to get you off. What happened? Are you just feeling the pressure a bit?
Just, I heard footsteps.
Darren Jarman straight on the ground, taking the mark from 20 metres out. Puts the Crows' first goal on the board.
Scores locked away here, and we've played 11.5 minutes of this first quarter, and for some of them the longest 11.5 minutes of their lives.
Martin Leslie looking $1 million still at the moment.
Oh, mate, it sort of looks all right from the outside, but inside's probably no good, Brucey. I'm looking for my second wind at the moment.
Well, here's the ball. I think I got it.
Was that a stat to Bruce Linder?
That's a stat.
You'll be claiming it. All you did was fall on the ground.
Very defensive player I was.
Port Adelaide works it out of defence through George Fiacci.
Joining us now in the commentary position, the coach of the Crows, who, as we saw moments ago, he was a little dirty down on the boundary line, was dragged. I think there was a general consensus from the players. Graham Corns, how are you feeling?
This coach can't coach.
Well, we thought it was a good coaching move.
Look, all right, I made a few mistakes, OK? But
Darren Jarman went on and kicked a goal straight away.
I was getting the ball.
In fact, Darren Jarman has it again. This could be the coaching masterpiece. Lair Rising, get him off. Left foot, right foot, doesn't really matter for Darren Jarman. Tony Modd has a set. Greg Phillips gives him the ride.
Can I go now, or do you want me for something important?
Darren Jarman, a little bit of magic in front of the members here at the Adelaide Oval. What a play he's been. Finds his brother Andrew. How'd you be playing in their street as a kid, Bruce? And the kids went out to kick the footy around, and you met those two fellas. And this time Darren Jarman just offline.
Well, I have got Greg Phillips, and look, you're one of the best players out here, only because you make me look anorexic.
Mate, you reckon the crowd, I thought they were my side, but you certainly know when you're on stand of Modra. Well, the whole crowd's cheering here. It's a fantastic feeling.
Now, before you came out, you knew you were probably going to stand him. Did you have any sleep last night?
Oh, I read a little article in the paper he said about me, so I had to sort of really do my best. Although I kept him down to 2 points the first quarter, so I've done my job and I put North East back on, see how it goes now.
Well, the thing was, on the back of your Guernsey, it's got please step here. I don't know what that means.
Well, I bent down to try to give Mods a bit of a ride there, because I thought if I get in the picture, there'll be about, if there's 15,000 people here, they'll be all taking a photo of Mods and I'll be in it.
You'll be in Mark of the Year again.
Exactly.
Thanks very much, Greg. Back to you guys.
Well, an awful moment for a lot of us, Bruce. George Fiacci's kicked a goal, and if you know George, you'll know why that's awful. We'll hear about that for a long, long, long time. But we saw a bit more of George than we really needed to see.
Ball back in the middle now. Darren Jarman. That beautiful running style from 50 metres out, decides the short pass to Tony Modra. Very, very popular back here in Adelaide. From 48 metres. Modra goes at goal, makes it easily, and that's his first. The Adelaide Crows legends third. They move to 3-5-23, trailing Port Adelaide 3-9-27. Great crowd here, great day. The sun is out. Over 18,000 people have turned up for Slowdown 2 and are thoroughly enjoying it, as is Bruce Lindner.
Yes, thanks very much. Well, I've got the walking chin here at the moment. Tim Ginniver just starting to become a little bit pressurised with the scoreboard getting a little bit closer.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? Yeah.
Well, who's moving it? One of those mobile ones.
But, I mean, something happened at half-time. The strategy was to, what, just take it a bit easier because fitness in the last quarter is going to be very important.
Russell said we got the crowd with us. Don't worry, it's onside and he's had a word to the big fella. In fact, I think he is the big fella.
Back to you guys.
Tim Ginniver there for a moment. I thought he was Thunder Power, the Port Power mascot with that chin, but he's back in the play straight away. Stephen Williams has the ball, half forward. Switches play, ends up with Hutton. Hutton to Ginniver, interviewed moments ago, has another shot towards goal. He's been straight this quarter. That's his second in the quarter. And Port Adelaide just stretched their lead.
But the actions with Scott Lee, looking for Modra. He's crashed into by two players. He was the meat in the sandwich. Harrison at ground level tries to get the handball out. Northeast works hard to Ebert. Look at the kicking style of Russell Ebert. Beautiful kick find, Stephen Williams. Bruce Linder once again.
Well, Chris, I've got Andrew Pays here, and the midfield rotations are working really well. They haven't really lost anything. They took you off and brought Andrew Jarman on.
Graham, amazing that he's given me a tagging role on Shane Brew. I've gone out there and stopped him. He said, how you feeling? I said, terrific. He said, right, get off.
So
how do you work that out?
I got no idea. I've never did when he was coaching anyway.
Very, very I want to go out there, take over as coach, get him off the ground. It's been bloody awful. Look at this.
Well done, Andrew. Hang on, I'll tackle him.
Just tackle him, Prez.
Good pressure applied by Bruce Linder as Corns got the kick away. Modra surely manhandled and will get a free kick. Waste no time. He's about 60 from goal. He's going to go to the goal square. Stephen Rowe. Big mark by Rowe. Got rid of Ginniver and slots it through for a much-needed goal. Then he has trouble with the goal umpire as well.
Once it's all clear, can't be taken away. Good body work there by Stephen Rowe. And there's plenty of body at the moment. And you would imagine that in a game this tight, competitive spirit will come out. There's just 1 quarter to go. Less than 20 minutes of football as Tim Ginniver works it out to Greg Anderson. Anderson to Owens. Short to Marnie. A very quick handball off to Brewer from 48 metres. A chip goal towards the goal square. It's over. Tyler's headed straight through the middle. And Port Adelaide are back in front. Just starting to get a little bit more willing out there at the moment. And one man who loves it like that is Scotty Lee. Gets his kick off to McDermott. Ginniver read it beautifully. Kick off the ground, back to Lee. As he always did, providing run out of the back line. Half forward, 45 metres. Darren Jarman sees the big sticks, heads towards goal. And that has extended the Crows' lead.
Towards centre wing now. Another interception. This time it's Ginniver. Double fister was beautiful. Found Marnie. Ball ends up now with Greg Anderson, who took it from Tregenza. Long kick to the goal square. Can Port Adelaide ship it through? No. Big mark. Darren Jarman.
Ball spills free now. Andrew Jarman gets the handball back to Robin. Short with the left. There's a loose player. Stephen Rowe can't take the easiest of marks. Gets it back to Rocket Maynard. That kick's been smothered. Ball spills free up. Tony Modra. He kicks it around the corner. It's high. It's home. Tony Modra. All he needed was a look around the corner. That was enough.
Bruce, he always kicked the miraculous goals, didn't he? It wasn't only the ones the real sitters from out in front. Mods always did something unique, something different.
Bruce Linder's on the ground now.
Well, I'm trying to catch up with Chris McDermott, but unfortunately, he's beat me again.
Chris McDermott's not that quick either, Press, just quietly. Andrew Jarman half back. Grandstand side, takes the ball. Finds Maynard. Goes long, back to Rowe. Takes this mark, dropped the centre before, took the hard one, gets the quick handball off to Jarman from 40 metres out. Bread and butter to the goal square. And Matthew Robin, a drop kick.
Fair to say Mods didn't let you down on the day, did he?
No, well, he took that great hanger in '93 where we just laid it up to the goal square and he came good. So we're thinking he could do the same thing, and he did.
All right, let's go to Slowdown 3. You Crow boys will do anything for a win. You've pulled in the world's best tennis player.
He had a bit of footy ability too, just quietly. Leighton Hewitt, it was hot off Wimbledon, hot off the US Open, and pretty hot on Adelaide Oval as well. Kicked 3 and was a real star performer.
Andrew Pays, current board member for the Adelaide Football Club. Highly skilled, kicks it towards the forward 50. Mark Micken snaps around the corner on the left. and nails a magnificent goal for the big ruckman. Leighton Hewitt looking beautifully. He certainly knows his way around a tennis court, and he's showing his way around a football oval as well.
Going exactly to plan, into the breeze, and we're flooding our forward line.
Andrew Pay's charging through the half-forward line. Still looks pretty good. The left foot was ordinary. That's going to make it tough. Back there working hard, Aaron Phillips.
Oh, Leighton's got his first goal.
Leighton Hewitt has stolen that, kicked the goal.
And his reaction after the goal was the same as after he won Wimbledon.
Back in the middle, McGuinness will pump Adelaide forward once again. Back to Greg Phillips.
Jarman.
Oh, big mark by Darren Jarman. Had to sit, Phillips had to sit and wait. And Darren Jarman almost got off the ground in taking that catch. Jarman goes back with a talk. It was a mongrel, but did it go straight? It did.
And I'm standing here because I was dragged for not giving it off to Leighton. So, yeah, that's the rules out there at the moment. If you don't give off to him, you're off.
Now, it's a bit rough. How are you feeling? It's hot out there. I mean, you know, you're struggling a bit?
I'm going into traction in a couple of minutes. Everything's seized up from the groins to the lips, so we're struggling at the moment.
Off to Stephen Williams. 40 metres out, gets it on the left foot. Has a ping towards goal. Very neat, very nice, and a much-needed goal for Port Adelaide. Aaron Phillips, Leighton Hewitt, Tim Ginniver. Phillips wins it out the back to Brewer. Hewitt chasing. Ends up with Owens. Short, deliberate pass. Picks out Harrison, 25 metres out.
Cornsey, 2 quarters, no touches. What's going on, mate?
I told you it's my job to create space. So I created space for other guys to move into. Plus, Russell Everett's taking it a bit too seriously.
So we're going to drag ourselves then and put someone else on that can dominate it all?
I don't think they can afford to have me off the field, really. Well, I'm a bit worried about the breeze. The breeze is obviously a lot stronger than it appears.
Darren Jarman runs onto the ball. Plenty of time. Time for a bounce. Handballs over to the run of Sean Tasker. Shane Tongery, Rocket Maynard. Loose players everywhere here, David.
There certainly is. And I've just watched Sean Wren working forward, and of course David Baker unable to go with him. In fact, David's still hanging around the middle of the ground.
In fact, he hasn't got out of the centre circle as the ball goes towards the goal square. Mark Vicken, too tall for Greg Anderson, takes the mark.
Now you look stuffed, mate, but we are getting it on the scoreboard.
We are. We've battled a little bit in this second quarter. The wind's favouring out. The Port boys have got a bit of a run, but the big man Rubbers has looked after a couple of good marks, a couple of good goals, so we're on our way back.
Now, what did we do in the pre-season to get buffed and ready for this game?
Nothing. That's the secret. Do nothing.
All Crows back there. David Marshall complete with his hangover from the premiership he won yesterday. To Mark Micken, Filkey, Jarman. Some very famous Crows names there. Peter Caven, dual premiership player, has plenty of time to stop and think. Was never going to get round Greg Phillips then, so just stopped and propped. Kicks it towards centre half forward. Patterson back there. McDermott off to Hewitt, has a snap around the corner from 30 metres out. Talking about growing in stature, Leighton Hewitt kicks his second. Loose ball, Maynard pushed off the ball. Eva to Marnie. Wayne Marnie.
Moving side screen.
He is rather large, but those hand skills were still there. Adrian Setri to Greg Anderson. Port Adelaide full of run now. O'Brien to centre half forward. Phil Harrison fancies himself from 50 metres out. Roosts it towards the goals. Distance no problem, neither's the accuracy.
There's no reason we can't win this game. Their legs are certainly getting tired, and we're looking very fresh.
Setri and Baker here, members wing all by themselves. I think both of them were looking for a rest on the interchange bench, and the ball just turned up on this wing. Lees to Smith, has Setri in support from 45 metres, tries to centre it. Richard Foster picks it up beautifully on the left, snaps it around the corner. That's a very clever goal. Adelaide 59, Port Adelaide 50. O'Brien, slick handball. Craig Ebert picks it up, runs to 40 metres, has a look at the big sticks, kicks it towards the square, over the back there, and taking the mark. Graham Corns on David Baker. Bakes would be loving this, so too Cornsey. Look at him play to the crowd.
Oh, he's just an actor, that Corns.
Back to Curtis. Port Adelaide just playing possession football in the back line as Greg Phillips decides to switch play towards the outer side and finds the Port Magpies coach in Stephen Williams. Gets the handball off to the run of the runner, David Arnfield. Everybody wants to kill him, including his own players. Don't worry about that as the siren sounds to end the third quarter here of Slowdown 3. Rowan Smith, Wiedemann, snap off the outside of the boot by Michael O'Brien is a goal.
Gorgeous George Fiarchi with me, but he's bruised and battered a hammy, mate.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think trying to chase Leighton around the place and hammy didn't come good, so I'm struggling a bit at the minute, but you never know. Next few minutes I might sneak back on there.
Play on, the umpire says. Port Adelaide's advantage. Straight classed Adrian Setri. Gets the handball off the run of O'Brien, if you can call it that. Goes out wide to Erin Phillips from 15 metres out directly in front. Nails her second goal and Port Adelaide's 11th. David Baker's done a hammy. He's gone to ground.
He has too.
The Crows go forward with numbers towards the goal square. This is what they needed. Andrew Pays, he's come out of the boardroom for the Adelaide Crows and onto the field for the Crows legends.
Mate, you're in pain. Take us through what had happened.
I just tried to overstretch for that ball to run it down the flank, and I think I've done my hamstring, which is good.
You're not looking good. Is this just an excuse to get off the field, mate?
No, no, no. It's a real thing.
The Crows desperate to get the next goal. The margin 9 points in favour of Port Adelaide in this last term.
Terrific mark by Hewitt.
Hewitt there in front of Phillips. Be careful if Phillips fell on him.
That came in like a lob, that ball.
And 50. Crowd appreciating Leighton Hewitt, Adelaide's #1 tennis player in the world. Did Australia play out the Davis Cup a couple of 100 metres away at Memorial Drive, beating India in the qualifying tie. It's great to see Australia now back in the world group.
Umpire only giving him the 25 metres.
And Leighton Hewitt steps in for his third goal and cuts the margin back to just 3 points in favour of Port Adelaide.
Leighton, well done. First goal. Mate, are we going to swap third goal?
Gee, haven't been watching. No, I've been a bit lucky.
You can't be serious.
No, I've been a bit lucky. I think Greg Phillips could have just about taken me out on that one. So, yeah, it was good fun though, and kicking in the breeze, it was a bit of a test.
I mean, can we perhaps see you don this forever?
I don't think so. I don't know. I think my sport's maybe a little bit easier.
As the Crows go forward once again, and Sean Tasker running back. The Crows, maybe the fitness that we suggested early in the game is starting to come to the fore. Ends up now, Maynard around the corner from 20 metres out. He's kicked it. The Crows have regained the lead. 2 points the margin in favour of the Adelaide Crows. 14.5 minutes gone last term. Some huff and puff out there as Andrew Pays charges through the centre of the ground. Kicks towards half forward. Clack arrived. Well, he arrived late, so he's got fresh legs. Rod Jamieson arrived late too, but we haven't even seen him. Gets a handball off to Leighton Hewitt from 35 metres out. The pass is absolutely beautiful. Lace out and nails Dr. Matthew Liptak on the chest. Matthew Liptak, 96 Crows club champion, kicks for goal. Not that convincing, but the goal umpire's pretty happy, and suddenly Adelaide kick into the breeze the last term, lead by 8 points. The run provided by Dickey and Brewer. Port Adelaide working through the centre. Nice pass to Darren Smith. Off the run of David Hutton. Don't pass. He just goes for goal, and the kick's beautiful from 50. Loose ball on the outer side. Stephen Curtis. Suddenly players are throwing themselves on the ground, and Tim Ginniver comes in from 30 metres out, goes for home. He's kicked it, and Port Adelaide, no, he hasn't. Wayne Marnie's trying to con the goal umpire. He's got 2 arms in the air, but the margin now back to just 1 point in favour of the Adelaide Crows.
And there can't be too much time, Bruce.
And the ball is down Port Adelaide's end as the siren sounds to end Slowdown 3.
Well, the slowdowns just kept growing year by year. The big story of Slowdown 4 was one omission dropped.
Hadn't recovered from the hammy from the year before. Pinged the left hammy in Slowdown 3. It was a 13-month rehab program. I just didn't quite come up.
The thing I don't understand is Chris picks a side on his own, so he dropped himself.
They would have thought he could get a run.
How could you do that?
Justifiably so, I would have thought.
Yeah, quite a serious story, though. A big inclusion, Jason McCartney.
Yeah, look, he'd been through some really tough times too. Was one of the favourite sons at the Crows. Everybody loved him. He was really happy to be part of the big day. And again, another one that didn't let us down.
Chris Dittmar joins me, and Chris, I suppose the pace of AFL football, that is something we won't be seeing here.
No, we certainly won't. Oh, he's dropped one, Tony. He's dropped
Drops
one.
an absolute sitter. Still gets the handball to Micken, to McCartney over the top. This will be a goal to the doctor.
Ball now with Stephen Williams to Brenton Owens. Owens now to Rowan Smith, usually a clever goal kicker. This time he centres it up and finds Tyler.
Jason McCartney working back there. Pays, offers plenty of run, looks over a little chip pass, finds Rowe, hits him on the chest, and let me tell you, there was plenty of chest to aim at, as well as George Fiarchi comes in and crashes into him and just bounced off him.
Rowe's getting some treatment at both ends of the ground here.
Catch, Rowe. Not as good as 97 grand final, but not bad.
Andrew Jarman, is there still that friction between yourself and Corns? He's dragged you for lack of discipline.
You know, like, I thought, you know, we'd let that water go under the bridge, but there's just that angst amongst us. I think because we're in the same level in terms of mentality, that we're just not getting on. It's like a husband and wife relationship at the moment. He's dragged me again. Again!
Who's the husband, who's the wife?
I think I'm the wife.
Back to you guys.
Just I've seen better looking wives. Yes. The doctor goes towards the goal square. McCartney getting back, couldn't mark. Soppering through Clayton Lamb with the right foot. And the Crows hit back. Maynard now, the kick to half forward. Too many loose players as far as the Crows are concerned. Or maybe as far as Port are concerned, because Lamb picks it up from half forward. Or did Russell Ebert touch it? Yes! Legendary goal umpire Mostyn Rudder says touched it right on the line. Graham Corns remonstrating, not happy at all.
Touch him, Graham. You'll get 6 weeks. You'll miss 6 slowdowns.
And Mostyn Rudder says it was a behind.
Brenton Owens working down the outer side with Adrian Setri. Some ordinary skills, but plenty of time. A hurried kick. Tim Geneva off the ground. Only had Andrew Jarman to beat, though. A couple of high flyers there. That's got to be 50. And this will surprise everyone. Andrew Jarman putting on a turn.
I think we got the wedgie and the shorts pulled out at the same time. He's got the wedgie still, Tim Geneva. We'll pick it up shortly.
Well, it wasn't 50. I think they're paying 15 as Stephen Williams has the ball. Plenty of fun out there from some a lot of players who spend a lot of time playing against each other in more serious circumstances. And certainly enjoying this afternoon, as are the big crowd that arrived. Stephen Curtis runs to 30 and kicks a goal. Tasker, dummies back. Short pass.
Oh, sorry, Vic. That's yours, mate, up there.
On the outside, Andrew Pays has a massive fly.
That is the mark of the day.
Beautiful sit there as Tony McGuinness continues for the Crows along the outer side. Troy Bond centres it unselfishly to Jason McCartney.
I think McDermott's just going to set this up nicely for Tony Modra again, who gets a long run at it, but couldn't get near it. And in the end, Graham Corns comes through. Trying to con the umpire for a 15-metre penalty.
Pressure on the coach here. He missed the last one, which was an absolute sitter.
Oh, he's a lot closer this time. Let's see how Graham Corns goes with this one. Oh, he's not. Oh, doesn't want to take the kick. Hands it over to Tony Modra. Known for his goal kicking.
Which Cornsy bounce up after it goes through the sticks.
Would you want Stephen Rowe as your medical officer?
Have a look at Graham Corns running around there as the goal goes through to Tony Modra.
Geneva one way then the other, gets around Maynard, left foot passes, beautiful to Aaron Phillips, can just jog into open goal. Handy goal to Port Adelaide. A good football family, that one. Russell Boyd at centre wing, couldn't complete the mark. Another famous football family, that one, the Boyds. Father David McGeary medalist. Brother Greg, more than 200 games. Yeah, I talked about Brenton speed. We got caught by Rodney Maynard, the oldest man on the ground.
He's been running around the farm, obviously. And ran down Brenton Owens quite easily there in front of the members' stand, and the free kick has resulted in a Crows turnover. Mark Micken goes towards half forward. Clayton Lamb slips in.
That's it, mate.
Great career with West Adelaide Glenorg and first year of the Crows. Modra with a fly, didn't quite get the sit. So Tony Modra with a big fly. Hardly looks like time has stayed still for Tony Modra. Still looks fit, still with the high flying and still kicking goals. The scud run down from behind. Rowan Smith, the go snuck up, quick, gets it off to Stephen Williams. Comes it wide to Rusty Boyd. Well, they need some goals. They need them pretty soon. Brenton Owens, we talked about his pace. He's been run down once or twice. Goes long with a kick. It's a mongrel. It doesn't really matter because it's straight.
Port Adelaide bring the ball back towards halfback. Richard Foster. Oh, tackled by Mark Micken as he tried to get the kick away. Butters up a second time. Foster started his career at the Carlton Football Club. Came across to the Port Magpies as a young player. And the clearing kick from Martin Leslie finds Jason McCartney. Centres it up to the front of the goal square. Modra, oh, jumped a little early, but still, the timing wasn't there, but was able to take the mark.
Didn't get that high because there actually wasn't anyone to jump on.
Marked it on the way down. Nevertheless, a mark. Kicked one earlier in this term. And I would say a certain goal coming up again. So Mott on his way in now. And he's got 3.
Well, David Baker looking pretty relaxed back here in the dugout, but you're under a little bit of pressure.
Oh, it's all part of the plan. We reckon that they'll probably run out of gas in the last quarter, and we're hoping our midfield will run over the top of them.
Mate, I haven't seen much of you out there.
Had a brief spell in the second quarter there. Did all right, but again, saved myself for the last quarter.
It's all about balance for the team, isn't it?
It is, and matchups. We can't find one.
Now to Baker, David Baker, handball to Harrison. They've got the numbers running through the middle now. Port Adelaide, Stephen Williams will draw the player. Goes to Brewer. Brewer draws a player again. Fiacci takes it, handballs back to Stephen Williams. A lot of usage of the ball. One long kick would have done it. Now it ends up with Tyler. Tyler goes to the goal square. And coming through, reading it beautifully, was Rubbers Micken, but he's left it behind. Ginniver picks up, and the captain goals for Port Adelaide.
To the lair in Brian Lees. We'll get a tag on all of them by the end of the game. David Brown at half forward. Port Adelaide on a bit of a charge now, the last 2 goals. His kick up looking for Harrison at the back, reaches over the back of the pack. You always get taught as a young player not to go for the mark from behind, go for the spoil. Obviously, Phil Harrison wasn't listening in his junior years and took the mark, and will go back with a chance to put Port Adelaide within a couple of kicks of Adelaide. Just see Stephen Rowe
getting dragged, actually. He's getting dragged.
Well, deservedly too.
By the runner.
Phil Harrison goes back, kicks his second goal. Port Adelaide edge a little bit closer now.
Went goalwards. Clayton Lamb unable to take the mark. There a chance through Andrew Jarman. Jarman, yes, in the end. Loves to celebrate a goal. There he is, the flamboyant Andrew Jarman. The Crows hit back after Port Adelaide have scored a couple.
Out by 15 points at the moment, halfway through the 3rd term. The Doctor, he will run the game out, make no mistake. Tony McGuinness might be a different proposition as he goes forward to Jason McCartney. Played AFL football this year after the Bali bomb. He came back to play AFL. Modra with a fly there over Leslie. Yet another mark. Leslie goes the punch. We all saw it's on there in the forward pocket. Andrew Jarman falls over himself. A bit of push, a bit of show. This is the WWF here at Adelaide Oval. Don't worry about that if you're watching at home. It is all in good taste. It is all fun. It is all fake. So
please don't get alarmed. Young boy just kicking the goal there. Great stuff from Tony Modra. Well done.
You know things are going pretty well when Mods grabs someone out of the crowd to kick the goal for him.
He was wearing a Port jumper too, but can I just be personal here? Why did I get dragged? I want to see the replay. There's no way I was behind and I had to spoil.
Can we just pan back the camera? Pan back the...
I want to see
they
if
were
I was in
talking
front.
about physical fitness. That's what they were talking about.
Oh, I got dragged for physical fitness or because I met
the
for
lack of
behind?
the
lack thereof. But what do you call that? Sweat?
That's called eating too many tontines. Good to see you, Rowie. Back to you, boys. Well done.
Adelaide goes forward. Andrew Jarman. What a surprise. Playing to the crowd. Swings on the right from 50 metres out towards the square. Modra flies a little bit early. Adrian Setri lobs up. Gets it off to Rowan Smith. Chrome Dome to Chrome Dome down there at the moment. Triple premiership captain Tim Ginniver bobs up with it. To Stephen Williams. To Foster. I'd say Port Adelaide's got the running at the moment. They still trail by 15 points as Brian Lee switches play.
Look at Andrew Jarman. Push-ups if you
don't mind as Port Adelaide go forward. There's a massive fly.
Well, heading into Year 5, the public were crying out for State of Origin footy, and you gave it to them.
Well, we'd now had 4 slowdowns, so we'd had 100,000 people come to the game, so we were pretty comfortable that the concept would work. Wanted to expand it, and State of Origin, South Australia and Victoria seemed to be the way to do it.
Mind you, it wasn't easy. You had to go through about 80 Victorian players to finally get down to a squad of about 25. Had a lot of people knock us back, but in the end we got a really good lineup, and Terry Wallace's coach was the big coup for us.
There was so much interest in this State of Origin concept. I mean, it went right around the country, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. We spoke to Seven Adelaide about whether it could go into the footy markets, and went to Victoria, went to West Australia, went to Tassie. So the game is always rated really well, but this one in particular, the numbers were just fantastic.
Now, tell us about preparation. Where did you all go the night before the game?
We went pretty well everywhere, Chris. There's not a spot in Adelaide, and of course the Victorians led it. I mean, the South Australian boys, you know, Kernahan, Hall, these blokes, disciplined, wanted to do the right thing, but we got led down the garden path by the Vics.
Truth be known, it was a typical State of Origin preparation from back in the 80s that had proven so successful we had to replicate it.
The other thing is, with Terry Wallace, of course, he just finished coaching the Bulldogs, and he was up for the Crows job at that point. So I remember we picked him up from the airport, and there was a massive media scrum there. And Plough's come off the plane with the black leather pants on. Because Terry's he's pretty lively, he's happy with the world. And it was, honestly, it was just like Elvis coming off the plane. And in fact, he said that. He said, Macca, he said, you ever seen Elvis? This is what it looks like, mate.
Hello everybody and welcome to State of Origin Slowdown. I'm in the Victorian rooms and everywhere I look there are legends left, right and centre. We are looking forward to this match today at the Adelaide Oval. Let me go and eavesdrop on the coach and the captain here, Terry Wallace and Tony Shaw. Tony, the Collingwood legend, you looking forward to it?
I'm looking forward to it. We've come here to win, Bruce, and we're fair dinkum. If they're not fair dinkum, they'll pay the price today.
It looks a slow track out there too. There's been plenty of rain.
Suits me down to a T, doesn't it?
Good luck, Tony.
Thanks,
Terrific.
Bruce. Thank you.
Let's go and join Chris Dittmar in the room just there with the South Australians.
Thanks for that, Bruce, and with me, former Carlton legend Stephen Kernahan. And Stephen, what sort of side are you putting on the park this afternoon?
Well, I think it's a very old side. They used to run pretty well in the 80s, but I think they've slowed up a bit. But they should make it good themselves pretty well, Chris.
Yeah, good luck this afternoon.
Good on you, mate.
Good on you. Stephen Kernahan there. Let's go now to Neil Curley, who's got the South Australian coach, Graham Corns, with him.
Now, Studdles, this is going around Australia. What are your tactics?
Pretty much get the ball quickly, use it quickly, get it long, and cover the defensive action on the rebound.
Fantastic. Back to you, Dougie.
Yeah, thank you very much, Neil. Joining me is the coach of the Vics, Terry Wallace, known as the Plough. Now, Plough, is this the real side? This is how we're going to line up here today?
Yeah, look, Cork, we've just had to tinker with the side a little bit. Get a couple of the young boys on. There was a couple of blokes last night who had big nights, so we've had to work out them as well.
Bernie Quinlan, full forward.
Super boot. You can get the ball outside 50 any time.
Brian Sheehan, one of the three umpires today, along with Mick Abbott and Laurie Argent, holds the ball aloft. South Australia won the toss. They go to the right of screen. The big V to the left. There is a breeze. Gee, Mark Mickham didn't get up very high. Simon Madden. And Jose Romero gets the first kick of the match to centre half forward. Good hands by the Dominator. Then Hickmott goes out to TD to Danaher. Here's Shaw. Let's see. Oh, gee, hasn't changed at all. Good kick. Lace out. Booney's missed it, I think. Super boot. It couldn't quite. Collingwood's kicked the full forward. An early goal to Pickering. Yes.
Out of defence through Lee. Lee now to Platten. Two Central District boys combining there. Both started at Centrals here in South Australia. Maynard now again. Very busy early to Greg Anderson, former Essendon and Crow champ. Goes along centre wing. Kernahan on a lead. Sliding mark on the hands and knees. Big sticks Kernahan. A long way from goal. Will go towards centre half forward. Modra. Big grab. Tony Modra. Will kick from just inside the 50-metre line. Almost straight out in front. Beautiful kick off the boot. Will it stay straight for him? It just squeezes through. South Australia had their first.
High ball to centre half forward. Belted away by South Australia. Hands by McDermott. Tregenza just couldn't get down. Gafer's been good. Well played by Maynard. Maynard to Platten. Platten's fourth touch. Little one to centre half forward. Ball to be won. Jarman's clever. Very clever. Well done. Modra. Yes, yes, yes. Taking his time.
There's a goal.
It's a goal, Curls.
There's a goal,
That'll do.
Bit of lair there, I saw.
The throw-in. Deep into attack for South Australia. Aish, usually clever. The left foot kick around the body. Modra does the shepherding. What a goal for the South Australians. Kenny Sheldon now at centre wing. Also spent time in Adelaide. Coach South Adelaide here, Kenny Sheldon. This kick, though, doesn't find its target. South Australia through Campbell to Andrew Jarman, one of South Australia's best. So's this man, Johnny Platten. Platten now has a bounce. Goes long to the goal square.
Kick.
Getting back under it, Modra. Modra will fly! Oh, you saw it coming.
Maynard sweeps it to Campbell, and he's got a couple of options here.
Gee, that was a sweeping handball. Sets the SA boys running now. Pays to the pocket. Good vision. Jarman sits under it. Fell down as he tried to take the mark. Modra. Will it? What a goal. He is on fire.
Knights just teasing Pays there. Goes to Cameron. trusty-looking left foot style. I mean, he's such a two-sided player. Danaher did well. Back to Knights. Back to Pickering. Pickering to Shaw. Shaw started really well in the first 5 minutes. Good kick, and Quinlan's got it. What a career Bernie had. Footscray, and then at Fitzroy in particular.
Beautiful.
Beautiful kick, straight through.
Oh, bad bounce for Kernahan. Allows Maynard to come through to McIntosh. McIntosh to Platten. Chance for South Australia to go forward. They go into attack again. Jarman sits under it. Good mark, Jarman. He's such a clever player. He really is. And doesn't he enjoy it? Andrew Jarman on his way in now. Straight through the middle. Big goal for South Australia. Goes towards Kernahan, but it's on the bounce. Kernahan has to fight for it. Did well. A little flick on was good to McGuinness. McGuinness has plenty of time. Goes to centre half forward. Modra. Modra runs onto it. Lets it bounce. Tries to turn his opponent inside out. Handballs back to Platten. Platten will concede a bit of ground, but in the end, probably a good option. It goes to Bradley. Bradley goes goalward. Will they shepherd it through? Yes, they do. Running after it, Alan Richardson, who had a very good opening turn, goes to Ramiro. He's had plenty of the footy as well. Oh, nearly an interception. Ramiro clever in the end. He fooled everybody and found Waitman. Waitman to Hickmott now. Hickmott will go goalward. Victoria need a goal, and I think they've got one back. Good play from the Vicks.
South Australia through Aish. And to centre half. Oh, good mark, Kernahan. Terry Wallace is down there with the headsets on. Terry, the coach of Victoria. That takes us back a bit. Sticks with a finger tipper.
Very good sticks there, but we're just getting smashed out of the middle. We're just bringing Barnesy back on, who's playing his 3rd game for the weekend, would you believe? But Big Simon just getting a little bit touched up in the middle of the ground at the moment.
Squeezed it home, he has. It's a goal. So Platten and Bradley have done a bit of damage for you in this quarter, haven't they?
Yeah, they certainly have, and Jarman's the other one, but we just expect that he might blow up just having a look at the condition. We thought he'd do his best work early.
Terry, I think you've got more on the bench in South Australia. Is that going to help you, reckon, in the second half?
Well, rotations, that's what we talk about these days. But we actually thought we were in pretty good shape at quarter time, but they've struck back good against the Breeze this quarter.
So 7-3 to 5-2, some accurate kicking here.
It is, and immediately Barnes gets a tap, but it helps South Australia. Bradley comes out, handballs to Micken, who took the tap moments ago. What a pass. What a pass, hitting Modra straight on the chest. Modra's going to pass off here. Big Grenville. Grenville out on the lead. A real cult figure here in South Australia, this man, Grenville Dietrich. Played with North Adelaide and Woodville West Torrens. In fact, no, I'm wrong. West Torrens he played with, and he kicked 100 goals in an SANFL season twice here.
And a lot of the viewers wouldn't realise this boy used to have 2 pies at half time.
I think
he's a real wag.
Because I reckon the viewers might realise that.
So Big Grenville on his way in now. There'll be a massive roar if he kicks this. Oh my God. It's gone out in the full. McIntosh, do you reckon he was a rough and tumble player? Coaching Nord at the moment in the SANFL, goes to a Nord champion in Michael Aish. On the up, the give was good to Pays. Pays to Kernahan. They've left him on his lonesome. Kernahan goalwards, and South Australia get a hard-working goal.
Fairly tight first half. What was Graham Corns like in the rooms?
Nervous, edgy, over the top, aggressive.
Out of control.
Any other descriptive word you can come up with?
Now, you say that, but I know he's very proud of his State of Origin record, but surely he'd relax for a game like this.
No.
Not at all, and he knew he was coaching for his footy life. His career was on the line, and it only went downhill from there.
So let's see what unfolds in this second half. Can they keep up the pace? The first half was impressive.
Oh, Jarman, brilliant.
To McIntosh. He might have set himself for a big second half here, McIntosh. Platten across half forward for the start of the second half. Ramiro just about the best for the Big V along with McGrath. Foster's kick wide. Gee, that was good courage by Naish to Knights. None of the South Australian National Football League coaches had much luck on the weekend. I think all their teams got beaten. Knights coaching Port Adelaide, Wren coaching West Adelaide, McIntosh coaching Norwood as Bradley caught, run down and gone.
Rod Jamison now at centre wing.
Uses Pays wobbles it to centre half forward. Not a good kick, Gaffer in the road. Victoria started each quarter quickly. Oh, cut off beautifully by Hall. In the goal square, Modra, and he kicks his 4th.
That was a lucky one.
How keen, Graham, are the Crow Eaters to win this?
Well, they want to have some fun, Bruce, but you have a lot more fun when you win. And I think even though these guys are retired, and well, most of them are, when you play against Victoria, the pride comes out and you do want to win. There's no doubt about it. They're pretty relaxed, though. I mean, there hasn't been any yelling or screaming or any tear down the wall stuff in the room, but they've just got enough skill and enough run to be able to hurt them.
Graham, your State of Origin coaching career, I mean, you were incredibly successful. It was obviously something very dear to your heart.
Well, it was. I mean, when I played as a player, I never played in a winning side against Victoria. We got close. I think when I was coaching it was really important. We won just another gold race. We had the advantage in the early days of playing at Footy Park, so that really got the state pride going.
McIntosh, well, that is trademark McIntosh. But Mickey Gayfer stood up to it. Ramiro to Knights. Knights, cute pass, good one to Hickmott. He's probably one of the chances for the big V. Terry Danaher, and he puts through his second. So they're not out of this by a long stretch. Naish lifting a bit in this third quarter. Good kick to Barnes at centre half forward. Victoria on a roll to Knights. Knights to Cameron. Can he get a second within a minute? Well, just as good. In the goal square, Smith kicks the goal. Here's Jarman. Oh, brilliant Jarman. The handball to McIntosh, to McGuinness. Left foot round the body. I think he scored it. It's a goal.
So the throw in now, Barnes. Nice little tap down for his captain, Tony Shaw. Darcy sweeping across half-back, goes to the outer side, dangerous kick. Modra sits under it, showed some dash, and has taken the mark. Now, he's just outside the 50. He's looking to give off.
Get the range easy.
Well, he probably could, but he was looking sideways. Now he's going to go back. I reckon he'll have a shot at this.
Like he could drop it.
He's kicked 4-3 so far this afternoon. He's lining up for the torpedo punt, I reckon. On his way in, though. Goes with a drop punt. It'll get the distance easily. Straight through the middle. Mods has 5.
South Australia's had some great midfielders, but Modra's been the one key forward on the ground at either end to kick goals. Shaw, well played to Sheldon, so Sheldon is back. Now Kenny fancies himself from here, may have drilled it, coming back. I like it, it's a goal.
So late in this third term, Cameron will go with the left foot. Good kick. It's a good run up at it. Good low, long punt it is. The big fist came from behind Andrew Jarman. They need to defend here, South Australia. They've got the numbers. As we said, they've got right back in numbers. Bradley's there, takes the mark, handballs to the man right next to him in McGuinness. McGuinness has a loose player at centre wing. It's Aish. Can they kick a late goal, South Australia, in this third term? Kernahan gives a lead, finds him, just gets away from Jimmy Jess. Kernahan's outside the 50. The distance will worry him. Goes to the lead of Modra. He's taken another one. Good grab, good lead, Modra. And a nice kick from Kernahan as well.
And I've heard on good authority that Sticks Kernahan's running on a full tank of petrol after last night.
Indeed, girls, he is. Enjoys himself. What a wonderful player he was.
Magnificent.
Two great forwards combining there, Kernahan to Modra. So Modra, as you can see, right up against the boundary line. He's only a metre or two in from it. On his way in now, kicked from 30 metres out. It's a tough one to kick. Oh, straight through the middle.
2-goal game here. Dougie, yeah, you've got Cornsey with you. The Vicks might have an extra man out there or two.
Well, he doesn't look very happy. Graham, what's the problem, Cornsey?
No, it's always going to take more Victorians to beat South Australians, but I reckon there's more than 18 on that field.
There's 20, Graham.
Well, Curls reckons there's 20 out there.
Where's the integrity of the contest?
You're not happy, are you?
Centre wing. Kick over the top, and Pay's made some ground. Andy Pay's, who's on the Crows board these days. Wobbly kick towards half forward. Andrew Jarman has to make a yard. Go. Look at that. He is so clever. He's caught on his left. Goes to the goal square. Rennie. Yes, takes the mark. McDermott, the captain, sends South Australia forward. Desperation now. Oh, they turn the ball over. Ace, there's a loose man in the square, and guess who? Mods. Got away from Tim Darcy there and just boots it through. Great effort. Ball up in the middle. Wren. Oh, did he get into the back of Barnes? Umpire says no. Play it on it. Comes to Ebert. Couple of very good touches in the last minute or two. Comes around onto his left. Sitting under it, Bradley. Couldn't get a run at it in the end. Knights got in there with the fist. Barwick helped him out to centre half forward. Wilson was there. The dominator's been important too in this final term. Pickering, couple of good goals to him. Tony Shaw on the run. Can Victoria hit the front? Can they hit the front? I think they have. Hickmott now has to get around a couple and does. Squares it up. Front of the goal square. One-on-one back there. South Australia will bring it away. And in the end, it'll be Tregenza.
They'll give it to Wren. So South Australia still attacking. Probably about 4 minutes to go here. McGuinness, long ball required, and he's got it away. Kick to centre wing to Aish. Good mark. Plenty of courage.
Nice.
So still a long way from goal. Just don't know how many more opportunities South Australia's going to get. Wren, well done. To McGuinness. McGuinness takes Ramiro on, gets away, bangs it high. Where's Modra? Mick and Modra. That's what the Rat. Haven't seen him for 10 minutes.
I remember the Rat kicking a long one A few years back.
He's going to come wide to Filkey. Now, Filkey is within 30.
He won't back this in. Grant.
Well, there's less than 3 minutes to go, we've been told, so we're in the dying stages of this match.
Grantley's not a renowned goal kicker, so we'll wait and see.
Right-hand post, the shot here.
You coached him in a premiership, didn't you, Neil?
Yes, he played in that game.
West Adelaide, yeah.
1983 when West Adelaide beat Sturton. He won the McGarry medal, I think, 2 years later.
Correct.
So Grantley Filkey with a chance to not make a name for himself. Everybody out there's already done that. Could he put South Australia in front? It's going to be close. It's a goal. I'm getting nervous here, Curls. Richard, a big fly at the back from Izard. Not taken, though. Victoria attacking, though. They've got it forward to centre. Anderson over the top. Waitman over the top. Looks for a free kick. Not there. Ball up.
Hasn't it just lifted in the last minute?
You can't tell when these guys aren't serious. They're having a real go.
Couldn't have scripted it better. Victoria's probably got one chance here to win the game. Pickering's had a great last term, and again a ball up.
Studley, Modra on the ball, quickly.
Well, the seconds are ticking away here. Wren, Pickering, Hickmont. Hickmont's handball to Shaw, still a chance. Shaw's kick has found Barwick. Barwick's about 50. Oh, he's a... The siren's gone. Dougie Barwick.
Now, right here in this situation, if I would have a ruckman stand the mark. Not a little fella.
He can kick this, Barwick. He's one of the few players on the ground who can go all the way here. He's got the breeze behind him, Curls.
You put a ruckman on the mark, they can go back further.
He is a thumping kick. South Australia lead by 5 points. They must kick the goal to win. A behind is no good to them right now.
Couldn't have scripted it better, could you?
Sets himself. Collingwood Premiership player in 1990. Can he win the match for the Big V? Off his own boot. Barwick from 52 metres. Winds it up. Kick. It's a big, long kick. It's close. I think he's got it. I think Barwick's won it for them. He has.
No, point.
It's a point. Oh. South Australia have won an absolute thriller. Dougie.
Yeah, thanks, Bruce. Tony McGuinness, you were right behind that kick from Dougie Barwick. What was your thoughts? Did it go through the goals or was it a point, Macca?
Well, Doug, I've got to be honest, it was very, very close, but absolutely categorically was a point.
Mate, you came on, you made a difference after half-time, didn't you?
Well, Terry Wallace, I don't know why he didn't start me in the last quarter. If he gets another coaching gig, something's wrong, Dougie. And that goal, we got to have a national inquiry, mate. That was a goal.
Well, Curls reckons it was a point up there in the box.
What? Up in the box, he said it was a point. They didn't even know in the goal square, but look, it was great. It's been a great cause, and it was fair dinkum that last quarter. And what about my inspirational goal? Didn't that get us going?
No, it was sensational, mate. But what about when the ball comes around and gets close to you? You're fine if it done. You always have a crack.
Well, look, in the last quarter when it was up for grabs, we were all going 100% because Victoria, South Australia, look, as I said, a great cause, and to see some of these champions, even just to meet them now when they're not in their prime, it's just brilliant, Dougie.
Now, Jars, your schools today, I just want to say, mate, they were sensational. You're red hot.
Oh, look, you know, Neil Craig has made an approach to come back for the rest of the year. 9 weeks to go. That's great. I love that.
Well done, mate. Good on you, Jars. Good on you, buddy. Well done, mate.
Yeah, always very shy, Jars, about his ability and about things in general, really.
Starring State of Origin Andrew Jarman. It was another Foss Williams medal. That's what he wanted around the neck.
Indeed, yeah. Let's just revisit the final kick. It was a point, wasn't it?
Well, not for us to embellish the story, but 60 metres out, 45-degree angle on the boundary.
Unkickable.
Unkickable. I think it was a goal.
I didn't see it.
Well, he did say at the time it was a point, but I think in hindsight, it probably was a goal.
The video.
So we actually lost.
Let's move on. Move on, please. Now, what about a chance of a rematch? That was talked about, perhaps going to the MCG.
Yeah, look, that's the idea. The 10-year reunion, we want it at the MCG. 2014 is the date. McGuinness will be 50, and you'll be about ready to break the record. It's on.
Well, Slowdown 5 was off the back of Port Adelaide winning the AFL Premiership, but their record in the Slowdowns wasn't too good. They were keen to win this one.
Crows won the last 3. They were under all sorts of pressure. Recruited local soccer legend Damien Murray, believe it or not, into a football team. He could handle the ball all right too, just quietly.
Now, you fellas brought in a recruit. If he couldn't get a kick, he could sing the club song, probably.
Well, we'd won 3 of the games, the Crows, so we were really flirting with our form. Go the throw. Guy Sebastian came in, and you're right. If he couldn't get a kick, he's going to sing a decent song.
The ball has been bounced in the middle, believe it or not. Tim Ginniver gets Port Adelaide forward. Michael Murphy in front for the Adelaide Crows. Some big names here from both sides who played in the first teams in both sides in the AFL as the Crows go towards half forward. And Fitzgerald, he can play football as well, don't forget. Takes a great mark, kicks across, looking out there. The agitator, Scotty Lee, tries to get back a little bit too slow, sees the pass and the lead. And charging out, Matthew Liptak, the good doctor, takes the mark 40 metres out.
Yeah, well, a couple of very good signs early for the Crows. Michael Murphy, strong mark at centre half forward. Ryan Fitzgerald in front. And Scotty Lee sharing the ball around. I think his coach would have said inside 50, go for goal, but he's given it off to Matty Liptak, who improved enormously as a goal kicker in his time at the Crows.
96 club champion at the Adelaide Crows. Kicks on its way from 40 metres. And the Crows are on the board with the first score, the first major of Slowdown 5. Long kick towards the square, big pack. Fist away, Bickley goes charging through. Liptak's there, and the weed relieves the pressure for Adelaide, heads towards the outer side, 2-on-1. One-hander, Limo.
That's sensational.
They can play as well as do some radio work. The kick to Modra. Lazy around the corner to the throw. Josh Sebastian, left, right, doesn't want a shot, goes the 1-2, has a kick, and completely stuffs it up. Graham Corns would have dragged him.
Well, he had an opportunity, and so gave the ball away, sign of a lack of confidence, got it back, and when he's looking at goals, Guy, when he was playing at Modbury, he would have done better than that. It's just a big stage for him at the moment.
Damien Murray goes for a run, gets tackled, plays on, gets to 40, goes towards the goals, and slots it. Damien Murray, don't worry about points. He plays soccer. They only deal in goals. Peter Caven, right in the centre circle. Goes inside 50, and Tony Modric there all by himself. You wouldn't exactly leave him all by himself. Over the top to Guy Sebastian in the goal square. And that's what the crowd wanted. Adelaide second, Guy Sebastian's first. And Paul Northeast with the throw to match. Won't be happy with that.
Well, I think Paul Northeast is intimidated by Guy Sebastian. I never thought I'd say that about Paul Northeast, but he's given him too much room.
Down here with Greg Phillips, just about to have a little bit of a chat here. Now, Paul Northeast, is he intimidated by Guy Sebastian? What's going on?
Oh, he is at the moment. It's a bit of a disgrace. He's just giving him too much latitude. He's just got to tighten up there, you know. If he wants to look like him, he's got to play like him. I think Guy's doing all right at the moment, so he's got to tighten up there.
How many goals was the throw kick before you make a change?
I think one more, so it looks like I'll be on in a minute. So.
Good on you, Greg.
Okay, thanks, fellas.
Ball into the centre square. Aaron Phillips gets a handball off to Dickey, puts him under pressure. Ordinary kick out wide. Found its target though, Mark Tyler.
He's been busy early, Mark Tyler.
That means he won't be later. Long kick, one-on-one. Scotty Cummings in front.
Well, when someone the size of Scott Cummings gets in front, it's very hard to move him, and Jamo really needed to jump on him.
Well, they both jumped, Graham, but they didn't get that high off the ground.
You've got to make body contact. You can't stand behind and leap off the ground.
I think they're the first minute of Showdown 1. These two will go down in South Australian football history, toe-to-toe. Rod Jamison threw about 40 punches, got 3 weeks for it. But Scotty Cummings has the ball now, 40 metres out, just leans back beautifully. Makes no mistake, and Port Adelaide suddenly have 2 goals. The Crows, ordinary handball, Maynard, turnover. Coming through Clayton Lamb, the run of Mark Bickley, his short pass out wide. Tony Modra, is anyone on Mods? No one wants to go near him.
Who was on Modra?
Time for a couple of bounces, has 3, runs himself out, chips it back unselfishly into the corridor, and Ryan Fitzgerald gets poleaxed.
Paul Northeast has been doing that all day. All day.
He's been doing that all.
Now, Ryan Fitzgerald, well, he was a really good player. Sydney Swans, Adelaide, struck down by knee injuries. Made his name in the Big Brother household, but now, of course, a breakfast personality on Nova 91.9, and very, very popular. Slots it through, runs to the crowd, and they love it.
The Ghost brings it in. He was one man who trained very, very hard at the Crown last week. Rowan Smith.
Is this Damien Murray? Look at the pace here.
They won't catch him.
That's unbelievable.
Carried at 50, goes inside the 50, short pass.
That's
beautiful
the player of the day, Damien Murray.
8-time premiership player with the Port Adelaide Magpies. on Guy Sebastian. Kicks toward by McGuinness, finds Modra. That's the difference, isn't it, Graham? You can actually continue to play the game. You don't lose too much. Kicked 100 goals for Encounter Bay down at Victor Harbour in their league this season. And that is his first for the Adelaide Crows in Slowdown 5. Damien Morrie's already showed plenty of pace. Can't get clear, holding the man, gets the free kick, wants to play an advantage. The umpire says he actually lets it happen. The umpire's getting into it as well. Aaron Phillips, short pass, takes it 45 metres out. That's a player running past.
Braden Lyle again, he's covering too much ground at the moment. He's going to run out of steam. In a game like this, you've got to conserve it.
There's 35 other players saying he's covering too much ground as well, Graham. I think there's some unwritten rules in slowdowns, and one of them is that you don't cover too much ground.
Oh, beautiful touch from Erin Phillips. The kick from Braden Lyle, just a touch too high. She got one hand to it. She has exquisite skills. All-Australian basketballer, of course, but as a young girl, played in open competition with the guys, and was a very, very good footballer.
Aaron Phillips has been a star in all of the slowdowns. Kicks from 40 metres out, long, straight. And Port Adelaide have their fourth goal. Aaron Phillips has her first. Here goes Jamison and Cummings at it again. There's more punches being thrown and no one's being hit. A bit like slowdown 1. Tap out, Tongaree to Modra. Bounces beautifully. Mods on the right, snaps it around. Port Adelaide needs some answers quickly. Stephen Williams, has he got them? Goes forward, great pass. And coming out, Scotty Cummings had to stretch for it. And I don't think he stretched that guts that much in a long time, Graham.
I tell you what, I know it's a fun game, but that movement from the centre was as good as you'll see. Stephen Williams, the kick, punched it low and hard. Great lead from Scotty Cummings. Great hands. It wasn't an easy mark to take at full pace. Well, full pace for him.
Full pace for him, about half pace. Scott Cummings has one goal already, has two, and Port Adelaide needed it.
Guy, what a fantastic day.
Yeah, mate, it's been unreal. I'm about to die, but it's all right.
Now, you look all right with the football. You played some juniors at Tea Tree Gully and Golden Grove, just rekindling the skills?
Yeah, I've played a little bit. It's been a few years, though, so I'm a bit unfit. I think I'm going to collapse very soon, so...
You popped a goal early in the game?
Yeah, I did, mate, right in front. I actually took a look around. I thought I'd be very embarrassed if I miss it. For me, it was about a metre out, so...
Good on you, mate. Well, you can sing, you can play footy, just about superstar.
Thanks, mate. Let's see how we go now.
Good on you, mate.
Out of sight, close to the boundary, brings it in. Take it well, Grant Filkey. His kick inside 50, coming out. Posey! On the chest. Made it look a whole lot more dramatic than it had to be, but that's what the crowd wanted.
Multimedia superstar these days, but he really could play football.
Has 2 goals. Wants to make it 3 and really nail Port Adelaide. He does. Off he goes for the customary wave to the crowd. Caven providing run. Members side. Long pass. Rocket Maynard. Still plenty of pace in those legs. Takes a great mark. Gets up. Plays on to McGuinness. Had plenty of the ball. Hasn't got an opponent. Has time for 2 bounces. Has time to go for home from 50 out. It's all the way. Fitzgerald should have shepherded it. Coming through Sebastian. Smashed it. Straight to the face, I think that was, of Donald Dickey. Kick around the corner. Shane Tongaree goal square. As the siren sounds to end Slowdown 5. Adelaide winners again.
Slowdown 6, and this was a sellout.
Yeah, Ryan Fitzgerald brings in the massive losers squad as well. There were thousands of them. We had 5,000 people waiting at the gate before they even opened.
Yeah, fantastic day it really was. Now, Port Adelaide brought in Stuart O'Grady. I don't know that he helped too much, but what about the controversy of the coaching job for the Crows?
Well, he had to be sacked, Graham Corns. That was enough. We'd had a gutful of him by that stage. We needed to bring in the premiership favourite, the Messiah, Malcolm Blight.
Graham Corns just wiped, gone.
Had to go, had to pay the price, did Graham Corns.
The ball's bounced to get Slowdown 6 underway. Tony McGuinness throws himself on the ball, stacks on the mill, and the umpires will step in and ball it up once again. The Adelaide Crows kicking towards the northern end and favoured by a slight breeze, but otherwise perfect spring conditions here at Adelaide Oval. Braden Lyle gets the easy kick to Tim Ginniver. Wearing number 7, thinks he's Russell Ebert. A short kick like that, it wasn't a drop kick. to Rowan Smith out wide. Any second now the game will get some pace. Stephen Williams, ordinary handball, put his teammate under pressure. Back Adrian Setri to Rowan Smith. Just a mongrel inside 50 they go. And working beautifully back there was Rod Jamison. And there goes Scotty Cummings. We were waiting for it. It's already started.
What a marvellous day, what a wonderful crowd as well. Traffic jams prior to this game surrounding the Adelaide Oval, and that just speaks volumes for the day and for everything you're trying to achieve here, Christopher.
Yeah, no, fantastic crowd. Ryan Fitzgerald, the crowd's favourite, takes an early mark.
Very vocal during the national anthem too, Ryan Fitzgerald. Sang in full voice, very proud man. And the mod man on a lead takes a good mark. Just gets away from Stephen Paxman. So the chance for the Crows to score the first goal here in West End Slowdown 6.
Yeah, very surprised to see Tony Modra here, actually on time. Previous years he's rolled up just as we've been running on the ground, but very keen to do well today.
There's a decent wave too, which is remarkable.
And straight through the middle, the start Adelaide wanted.
Adelaide Crows inside 50. Kim Costa, who did his warm-up with the Oyster Bar on Friday night. High kick ordinary, Darren Jarman 30 metres out. He shouldn't miss and doesn't.
Well, Malcolm, you'd have to be happy with that. Was vintage Darren Jarman on that occasion. But what about Kim Costa's kick? Surely that's warrant of perhaps bringing one of these guys onto the ground.
Yeah, look, I'm thinking about it. It was a pathetic thing I've ever seen in football. One of the most pathetic things.
Heard that before.
Brian leads with the ball out members' side. Goes long, loose player. Mark Tyler all by himself. Has support. Braden Lyle runs inside 50. Have a look at the big sticks, Braden, and just boom it towards there. No one's going to help you. And that is the result Port Adelaide needed. But Port Adelaide with the ball inside 50. Great kick if you're a Crows fan. O'Grady picks it up 45 metres out on the left. He's got left, he's got right. Great pass to Tyler in the square. Runs in with the drop kick.
Training run on Friday night, Bruce, so most of them turned up. A couple thought they were too good to front up, but had a good run Friday night and a bit of celebration afterwards.
And what about the enthusiasm of Malcolm Blight? Just we're led to believe so keen to win this game.
Malcolm Blight, very, very excited. Been here since Thursday, been in strong preparation, had his 22-man squad, placed it himself, but very nervous pre-match. Big crowd, so he's under the pump.
Rising to the occasion as Braden Lyle goes goalward for Port Adelaide. Has he scored his second? No, his third. He has.
Braden Lyle, 3 goals of Port's 5 so far. What have you got in store for him now?
Well, I think we were going to tighten him up, but a few of the Crows players have actually backed him to win the Norm Smith medal here today. So
Pays cleverly, taps it on for the Doctor. Liptak, can he control it? Does. Turns one way, then the other. Clever. Look away handball to Pays. Back to Liptak. Just inside the boundary line to Bickley, the captain, to Frizy. Frizy on the left. Oh! What a shocker. And they're letting him know about it as well.
Ball bouncing at half forward.
Oh, brilliant
Good
from
work
Lamb.
there by Lammy. Gets it out the back. Filkey.
Is McGuinness still out there?
He is. He's just been lurking centre wing. Has the ball. In fact, it's very crowded on the outer wing. To Jarman, to Liptak. Had plenty of it since he's come on. Decides to go short, running there. Tony McGuinness, 40 metres out. Can he make the distance, Chris McDermott?
Well, in his heyday, you would have said no problem. He'll probably look to go short, given that his leg probably can't get over 30 metres anymore. But in his heyday, would never looked anywhere else bar the goals. And well, he's already got one chance to kick his second. And by the looks, the eyes are darting. He wants to pass short. Maybe he's going to hang it at the head of the square for Modra.
That's the old fake look. Tony McGuinness, and Tony Modra didn't let him down. That is a contender for the Kentish Arms mark of the day.
That is vintage. That's no fluke. That's Tony Modra at his absolute mercurial best. And doesn't that take us back, Chris McDermott?
Oh, game, set and match.
Tony Modra, the pack form. Tony McGuinness set it up to the head of the square. Stephen Paxman was miles behind. And Tony McGuinness with Tony Modra with 2 grabs. Thrills a big crowd.
She was up for a long, long time.
Well, people were calling for heads of whoever was on Braden Lyle. I've got Tony McGuinness here on the bench with me now. He has been benched. Tony, what have you got to say about that?
Well, Mark Bickley's playing on Braden Lyle, and unfortunately Mark's playing very selfishly. He's expecting me to cover his man. I can't play on 2 men at once. Mark Bickley should be taken off the ground immediately.
That's called passing the buck, guys.
That was a fair handle. Modra, where's his man? Paxman gets back now. Modra turns him inside out and goal! Super goal, Tony Modra. Well, he's done some clever things here this afternoon. Gee, if we ran his highlights tape at half-time, hasn't he been magic?
What more can you say? Tony Modra, great goal sense. Some things you just do not lose. His ability and his athleticism, he hasn't lost it.
This is Hutton, or goes to ground at the wrong moment. Darren Jarman coming through the left. The left goes goalward, left foot, look at it. Oh, just fell short. No, shipping it through. Wonderful goal, Darren Jarman. Didn't even look at the goals, Chris McDermott. Knew where they were.
Doesn't have to. D. Jarman knows where the goals are, and there was the difference. Didn't go to ground. Holds his feet. Look at that.
Watch the eyes. Did not even look at the goals.
Well, you don't have to. You play enough footy, you know where the goals are. Modra shepherding. D. Jarman, number one, proudly on his back, gets the goal.
Oh, Aaron Hamble again. We've seen this afternoon.
That's got
big collision, massive collision in the middle. And in fact, David Brown is down. We'll keep our eyes on that off the play, but we'll stick with it for the moment. Jamison now. Hambles to Andrew Jarman. Back to Scott Lee. Cummings tackles. And holding the ball. Port Adelaide, they play on through the advantage. The mark taken, yes, by Tyler. Oh, great work. Desperation on the last line of defence. Bickley. Aaron Phillips now. Soccer's clear. Comes to Rowan Smith. Left foot shot at goal. And it won't even make the distance. Off hands now. Cockatoo Collins a chance. Rashid lost it in the tackle. Comedy of errors here. McGuinness gets in the way. Can't pick it. Oh! That's kicking in danger from your own teammate. Can you believe that? And David Brown looks okay.
Nigel Smart still looking as fit as the day he finished playing. Hayes, Jamison, the old firm, working beautifully out of defence. Bob up there and find Chopper Handley. Crows players absolutely everywhere here at the moment. We'll ask for a count shortly. We know that Graham returns. Number 5.
Comes to Darren Jarman now. Doesn't know what he wants to do, so just launches it to the goal square now, and so he should. Levo's there, and it hits him on the chest. Chance for Levo to kick a goal.
And you know he won't pass off Anthony Lehman.
Look at him.
Celebrating, never prematurely celebrate. Fraught with danger.
He needs to kick it now.
He just needs Darren Mead, the stonemason, to come over and chat him about football etiquette, I think.
Yeah, Mead's just getting into his ear roll.
And he can shotgun him too, Lemo. Seen him kick, train Friday night. Didn't kick well from here.
On his way in now, Lemo. Goal!
Tim Geneva hoping, praying,
dreaming.
Doesn't make the distance. Goes to the square. Scotty Cummings with the body work, and there's plenty of body to work there. Takes a good strong mark. He surely won't pass this one off.
No hope. Scotty Cummings been all right out of the goal square today. Looks strong, got horrible service from his teammates, but takes the contested mark. No opposition. Handballs off to Stuart O'Grady. Unselfish and goal.
And Timmy Geneva shows a turn of speed, gets up to about half pace. Gets it to O'Grady, wheels around onto that right boot. He can handball too, he can do it all. Gets it off the centre as the siren sounds. The kick won't count.
So the Crows win again. Blighty got the job done.
Look, I tell you, I hadn't seen him for 8 years since we all got sacked. Talk about an over-the-top unit. I've never seen a man want to win a footy game so much in all my life.
That's why I didn't play. I was out. Wouldn't get sacked twice.
Fair enough. All right, let's go forward to the next slowdown. Now, this is KG umpiring, and it's a day he might want to forget.
What about the umpire, KG Cunningham, umpired in 1967. He's got the game underway, and we'll just see exactly how long KG lasts out there in these perfect conditions. Picked out the free kicks early.
Squire playing his first slowdown. Squire with that long raking left foot goes direct to the goal mouth, and the mark's taken. The big man himself, Scotty Cummings.
Crows win the ball. Kim Costa charges away. Dickey gives chase. A bit keen a bit early in the warm conditions, both teams.
Oh,
kick out wide, Modra. Crows now with a chance out wide. Filkey dropped an absolute sitter. Try some World Cup tactics. Fegan has been solid across half-back for Port Adelaide already as they run it through the middle.
Oh, umpire's down.
1, 2, 3, 4. KG.
Matter of time.
Down on the play. Someone's given him one. It's been 39 years in the making, that one. Just getting himself back to his feet. Double thumbs up from KG. He's a legend here in South Australia, and he is having a fun time out there with the players.
Filkey regains the footy for Adelaide. They're going forward through Kluzek. They need the first score of this second term. It comes in long. Modra Mead. Modra! Read it beautifully.
Well, Adrian Setri, the Crows, snuck one back there through Modra, but you guys have started pretty well.
Actually, we're getting there, you know. I know Jack's waiting to put on the secret weapon. I'm just sitting here waiting.
I think there's a bit of secret weapon going on everywhere. You got yourself, Rowan Smith, and Dave Arnfield over there. There's not much hair between you boys.
No, but I'm the better looking one, though. You know that.
So Mead now from the half-back flank. A bit indecisive, doesn't really know where to kick, so he just goes long in the end. And there was a Port player on his lonesome. The weave. That's the mark of the day so far. Backing back into David Brown. Took a wonderful grab.
Wee just slots it up. Jamo straight through the hands.
It's got to go.
It's got to go, says Chris McDermott. Not forgetting he won the game with a kick after the siren in year 1 against Fitzroy at Amy Stadium with a kick after the siren bone.
Yeah, long time ago that, Bruce, on his 21st birthday it was too for Jamo.
From memory, that was a very controversial free kick, wasn't it? The Fitzroy people were up in arms.
Holding the ball, the decision. And
look at the Weed here with 1 grab, 2 grabs. David Brown just, well, the Weed used his body and all that experience to take that well. Back playing football now live. Ginniver off to Lyle. Goes inside the 50 up there looking and finding who's that. Scotty Cummings again.
So Darren Mead, first, best and fairest at the Port Adelaide club when it joined the AFL in '97. The short pass, Lewis to Tommy Carr was on their initial list as well. Carr to Lyle. Lyle can bounce his way all the way here. Draws the player and Braden Lyle goals. Port Adelaide 8-4-52, getting away from Adelaide now. 4-3-27, 15-minute mark of the second term.
Well, Timmy Ginniver, you're always smiling even when you're sweating and running around.
Mate, I can't say, it's killing me. Oh, mate, it's a hot day, but the injection of youth, it's coming over the top, man.
Now, one thing, Tim Ginniver in white boots. I thought that would never, ever be seen.
Yeah, well, it's a big Phil Karma fan from years back and just carrying on the tradition.
Well, I think the Crows are gone. They're out on their feet at the moment. They've got no legs at all. Bickley's trying. McGuinness is on the bench. I can't see where the magic's going to come from.
The underground hand pass went there to Kluzek. Kicked it towards the head of the square. A loose ball. Fegert comes charging through McGuinness there. Modra on the right, turns around and snaps a goal.
Rowan Smith to Setri, 2 new players, fresh legs they call it, on the ground. To Fabian Francis, he left it behind. Maynard a charge, but Squire robs him of the footy. Squire now the long left foot kick in the direction of Cummings, and he marks.
Half-time, I've got a minute to have a chat with the coaches, and Studley, first to you, you're in real strife. 10-4 to 5-3, you're slow to react, what's wrong?
I think it's a remarkable coaching feat to be that close, to be quite honest, given the respective talent and fitness levels and the run we're getting from the umpires.
Oh, actually...
How far did that bloke run before he kicked the goal?
Only about 35 metres. Now, Jack, strong...
He's a sook, isn't he?
Oh,
he is a sook.
He's a crybaby.
I can see why they flicked him. Yeah. I mean, I was unfair to be flicked, but I can see why they flicked him.
What are the problems with the Crows?
I think fitness. You know, we're a superbly tuned outfit. I just hope we kick a goal after half-time. I've just seen them down the room. They are collapsing, I can tell you.
Now, what are you going to say to the boys at half-time, Stud?
I've got 2 injuries. I've got no injury players. But look, this is where the courage and the heart will show through. They'll find something. I can tell you, they'll lift, particularly against this pansy mob. What have they ever done?
Brown sprints through the middle. Clever from Tyler to Morton. Morton on the lead. Cummings. That is great football out of the middle.
I was going to say champagne football, but for Port Adelaide would be more like just beer.
Yeah, draft. It is after all West End slowdown. And preferably someone else's, usually. So Cummings, his run-up starts outside the 50, but when he kicks it, he'll be, what, 40 metres out on his way in now. What a performance from him so far. He's got his kicking boots on today, and I think he's nailed this one as well. And he has.
I'd see him handball too much. He had to. He was in trouble on that occasion to Hardwick. He's played well from the back line. Just loads it up inside 50, coming out. Rouvray went, clean bowled him. Tim Ginniver racks up a huge head of steam. Gets absolutely thrown on the ground.
It's got to be ball.
Take it. Oh, he copped one too. Steps in. He definitely copped a low blow there. I saw one thrown.
Mind you, Tim Ginniver just took about 30 steps in 10 yards. You've never seen legs go
Look,
up
watch
and
this,
down.
watch this. Do we see one thrown here or not?
Whoa!
Two.
Fantastic turnout here for Slowdown 7 and the Crows. Trying to work their way back into the game. High towards Modra again. Work Mead underneath it beautifully. Plenty of experience there. Tony Modra, a crowd pleaser, is doing exactly that here at Adelaide Oval.
Well, we said before, boys, he's got to kick 10 if the Crows are going to get up today. Bit of razzle-dazzle from T Modra. Always leaves you with something to take home from a slowdown. Normally it's a big catch jumping high over D-Mead. Today a one-hander. Needs to kick this. Oh, he's just giving himself a sniff.
But his fourth a minute ago. He just leans back and slots goal number 5 for Tony Mondra.
Good pressure, Rouvray. Sees the ball to the boundary line. Ginniver turns him inside out. Ginniver, snap at goal. It goes across the face of goal, and it's all the Crows through Limo. Former Sacred Heart boy, played a lot of footy at school apparently. Oh, Guy Sebastian. Oh! Guy Sebastian sort of got near the footy, kind of.
Nigel Smart home where it belongs from next year. It's Port Adelaide now working it into their side there, forward 50, Nigel Smart. Well, he's been standing in the way all afternoon. It's his forwards who have let him down. Goes out wider, Grant Filkey. You will see that gear he's wearing on Grant later on this week. McGuinness McDermott Foundation won't get it back, goes in short. Stephen Rowe, too far out.
Guy Sebastian, Guy Sebastian.
To the throw from point blank range. Guy Sebastian slots it, he's sung the national anthem, he's done the cartwheel. And the crowd favourite here at South Australia has kicked his first goal and just cut the margin back to the Adelaide Crows just a little bit.
Get off.
Guy Sebastian, well, the two arms in the air, the cartwheel, the smile.
Slowdown 8 saw the move to AAMI Stadium.
Yeah, Adelaide Oval wasn't available because of the cricket season, so the move to AAMI was something that excited everybody. I mean, the home of footy, the boys were pumped.
Now, Port Adelaide needed to find something, and they went a bit young this time.
Well, they went for the youth policy, did. So Primus, Franco, James and a host of other premiership players all turned up, and the result went to plan for them.
Well, Slowdown 8 is underway. Joining Chris Dittmar and myself, Ken Cunningham. Looking forward to this one, Ken.
Can't wait, Abba, to see some of these former greats strut their style, Abba.
Well, we'll see the pace fast early as Wiedemann pumps it long into the forward line there. Fisted away, a loose ball at half forward. I think Frizey a bit tall. Looked like a gangling, galloping... Well, he looked much like a footballer, did he? Port Adelaide trying to work it along Member's wing. Short kick, and as we said, we'll see the pace on early Ditts, but I reckon it might slow down a bit later with the sun shining.
There's a lack of pace in the opening seconds. So Francis now can kick a long ball. He's kicked this one pretty high. It'll just fall short. Cummings, no mark. Oh, good defending by Lee. Dangerous handball. Dano tackled, lost it. Cotton around the body. They've got their second.
Port Adelaide controlling this game. Should have been further in front. They've had a lot more of the football. But here's a chance now for Smart, Ditts.
Gee, familiar. We'd love to see Nigel Smart with those runs through the middle.
Oh, Rabbit, pick up the ball. He's aptly known.
I was going to say, I reckon one day someone saw him play footy and said, "You're a rabbit," and it stuck. The ball now comes into the middle towards Ginniver at half forward.
Well, we understand he's never touched an AFL football before, and that's a surprise.
Yeah, so Dale Lewis now with the footy. Kicked the first goal of the game. He's going to pass off here, is he? No. Decides against it.
He was never going to pass off.
No. He's going to go back now. We'll kick from just outside the 50. Gets very close to the man on the mark, and the torp on its way. Will it get shepherded through? Oh, Darren Smith, brute strength, goal! Halfback Feagit turns and delivers. Gee, long kick from a standing start. Goes to the outer side, but it's 3-on-1 out there. The Crows have got the numbers, and they'll come away with it too. Good passage of play. A build-up coming here with McGuinness. McGuinness, the short passes on inside 50. Wiedemann on his lonesome. The Weed turns and delivers. Fitzgerald, the target. Fitzy, yes! He takes it, or does he? Oh, the play. Yes, they've paid the mark, and rightly so. He juggled it to the ground. Big Frizey. Look at the smile on his face, and the crowd love him. All the kids down by the fence are giving him a big cheer.
He's no certainty to kick this, Ditts, either.
No, spread out.
Certainly.
He's
not
just
judging by his last shot.
Said to his teammates, spread out.
Scattergun here. What will he do? Run round the man of the mark or run out wide?
On his way in now. Can he get their first goal of the afternoon? He has. The Crows go to 1-2. Port Adelaide 3-3. Let's go to Soda's on the boundary with Mark Tyler.
Well, Tyler, it's been a good start. What on earth have you got?
Well, they just handed me a sausage, mate. I had breakfast at McDonald's on the way through and just having a bit of lunch now.
I'll tell you what, you're in good shape too. I don't think you need that, do you?
Oh, not too bad, mate. No, I don't really need it, but it's for free, so why not?
Now have a look at Port Adelaide's set up here at the centre bounce. And they got the tap away through Morton as well. Well, inventive, wasn't it?
Yeah, something you did. It might happen one day, you know.
Mick Abbott is actually explaining how to kick it. Yeah. Mick Abbott obviously has plenty of experience and realises that Rabbit has absolutely no ability. That was a rugby.
He's kicked it! He's kicked a goal!
He's high-fiving, he's high-attending Port Adelaide players. That's how happy the Rabbit is.
Well, I've got a man who is a TV presenter, a children's book author. Can we put down footballer with that as well, Andrew Daddo?
Not yet. Not yet.
Is the experience extensive?
My football career, it finished when I was about 12. I strained a heart muscle quite badly and let it go. So.
And Cornsey had you at centre-half forward.
Yeah, I know. It was an inspired move. But well, we're back nearly even now, so.
The big power centre-half forward. Good work. You keep it up today.
Goal to Adelaide. Goal to Adelaide.
Those boys.
Brody Atkinson on the run.
Back to Tony McGuinness. Crows leading it by 3 points, having had not much of the ball, but certainly making it count on the scoreboard. Inside 50 for Rouvray. Slotted one in the first quarter from this kind of distance. Fancies himself, swings on the right, puts up the hot spot. Modra flies. Tony Modra. That's what the crowd have come to see. That's what they remember it for. And Tony Modra doesn't let him down. Maybe not as high off the ground as we remember, but still a great catch.
Oh, wasn't that fantastic?
Not sure Ryan Fitzgerald's waving about. Was he the step ladder? Lodge goes back. This is off to Frizy.
They're in control here, Adelaide. Geneva, Squire. This is a good build-up. Squire now to half forward on the run. Oh, they've kicked another one, have they? Great goal. Good teamwork out of the middle. Port Adelaide.
Back in the middle, not long to the half-time break. Port Adelaide look to work it away again. 2 quick goals. Can they get another one? The Brown Dog on the left boot. Goes that wide to James. Dishes over the top. Cotton runs to 30 in the shadow. Slots another one for Port Adelaide. As the siren sounds for a much-needed break. Port Adelaide moved to 7-7-49. 10-point leaders over Adelaide, 6-3-39.
And Studley, you let them back into the game. Why?
Well, it was looking dangerously like a blowout again, so I felt sorry for them. I let them in for 3 quick ones, and we make a game of it now.
You've got the ammunition?
We're running out of ammo. We are.
Good luck, Studley. Johnny Cale. Jack, I thought you overused the ball early.
Yeah, we did, and the rotations weren't any good. And what worried me is Arnie, David Harmfield, took a sausage out to Scotty Cummins and he ate it. I thought, we're going to run out of legs after half-time, Ken.
Meady from centre-half back. A power best and fairest. Filkey gets in the way for Adelaide. Chance now across half-forward. Daddo, good handball to the Weed. Sweeping handball now to Marsh. Oh, how clever was that? Brilliant work, Benny Marsh. Good goal to Adelaide. 8-3 the Crows back in front. Port Adelaide 7-7.
Jamison comes away with the football from the half-back flank back towards centre wing. Has 2 options here. Smarty's one of them. Takes the mark. Can chip it over the top to Fitzy. Fitzy takes a grab outside 50. Saw Brody Atkinson, the running player. Can Mod stand up here? Can he take a big one? Mod's uncontested. Confusion reigned between the Port Adelaide defenders, and Mod's a chance to put the Crows back in front, and doesn't he love it?
And Casey, there are Crows players everywhere they're running. I know that because there's 20 of them on the ground.
Well, we'd like a bit of help, Ava.
I was going to say the coaching moves have been good.
And Mod just, I don't believe he's missed it. He's dragged it. The Crow supporters can't believe it.
Guy Sebastian, we've seen you now a couple of years. Your football's getting better and better. It was good to start with.
Oh, look, it's a bit tragic. I think I've ran out of legs right now. It's last quarter, they've dragged me. Actually, at half-time, one of the runners came on and he said, "Have you been on yet?" You know, you haven't had much presence in the game when people don't notice you're actually playing. So, but it's good. It's good. We're a couple of goals behind. Mod's just missed an easy one, but he's doing well. He's taken some famous Modra leaps, and I thought I'd let him have a bit of shine this year. I sort of took the back seat, and you know, I'm a singer. They're footy players. That's all they got.
We'll see you back out there soon, though. You're going to go again, aren't you?
I think so, if my legs can pick me back up. I'm going to suck down some Powerades and we'll see how I go. There we go.
Come on. Tony Modric just kicked a drop kick goal, and Adelaide suddenly cut the margin back to 10.
Oh, loose players across half forward. Poor checking, Port Adelaide. It doesn't sit. Now it does. Wiedemann picks it up. Rowe on the run. He's kicked it. Good goal to Adelaide. Stephen Rowe.
Big fly at the back. The flash is there. Gets a favourable bounce. Picks it up. Does the don't argue fend off on the left boot. Slots it around the corner. He is playing in the highlights of the play.
Port Adelaide working hard. Centre wing out of sight. They get a bit of time now as the sweeping handball goes back to Kingsley. Drills a pass to the middle. That was excellent to Ginniver. On the run now, Stephen Williams. Williams to Morton. Morton from centre half forward. Oh, good running goal from Danny Morton. Crows have got running players everywhere.
Got to get the next goal, the Crows.
On this members' wing. McGuinness over the top. Good handball, Jamison. Oh, Lee, it is Lee. Bit slow getting rid of it. Set up Maynard. Back to Lee. Lee straight to the goal square. Where's Modra? Oh, they fly over the top of Modra this time. And Hutton, a timely mark.
Unbelievable mark by David Hutton. Comes to Feagit. Feagit now back towards centre wing. Mead! Darren Mead! What a mark. I think he's pulled a hamstring, has he? Just over 3 minutes remaining in this game. Adelaide have to get the next goal. James puts it to the hot spot, to the point of the kick-off square. Marsh has got to be strong. Oh, it's the back, and Cochrane has kicked a goal.
Francis goes goalward.
Oh, no.
Goalward, Fabian Francis, his second running goal of the final term. It wraps it up for the Power.
And the siren sounds to end Slowdown 8. And it's Port Adelaide.
Slowdown 9, some real star power in both sides.
Fight fire with fire. It was Port youth policy the year before. The Crows youth policy this year. Matthew Clark, Ben Hart, the two big names to front up.
All right, let's talk about some of the other superstars as well. Matt Cowdery, what an inspiration he was.
He was fantastic. So off the back of Olympics, Hayden Steckel played as well. They were just brilliant.
And Darren Lehman showed that I think he's played a bit of footy in his time.
As long as you kick the ball to him, he worked very well in a confined space, D. Lehman. Didn't exhaust himself, but he was pretty handy.
And the other man that can really play is Strawny.
Well, we were looking for a real legend to play, and we got one. Strawny, he was just unbelievable, wasn't he, Bone?
And as good as Strawny was, there was a man that couldn't play at all, Channel 7's own Tom Williams. The ladies loved him until he got the onion in his hand. Very disappointing,
He
Tom.
had a shot from goal 10 metres out, and it went like at right angles.
Strong, determined-looking bunch they are. Let's have a look at their lineup as well, Ken, starting with perhaps their most important player, Tony Modra. Did we get Strawny in the draft? What happened there?
Well, Strawny's making a big name for himself in the football world. Can't get a kick, can't find the footy, but for some reason, people love him. Can the Crows do something here? Here's a chance now for Beckley. Beckley, can he deliver? He can to Modra! And Modra, and listen to that crowd. They love him. Modra unselfishly goes to Robin. Should have had a shot on goal, Dids. But Robin takes the mark. Breeze at his back, he should drill this towards the lake end here at Amy Stadium. He's going to go short. They're lairising the Crows, and the mark has been taken by Fitzy. Well, he won't kick this. He will not kick this. The angle's impossible for Fitzy.
Now they might want to spread out here.
This will be scatter here, I would suggest. Fitzy, but right behind the kick. Can he get the first major of the game? Fitzy, he'll be a hero. Goes bang with a kick. Coming back. Got it! Goal!
Good hassling from Grantley. Filkey now swings it across the middle of the ground. Didn't quite have the distance. Roger James chipped in, gave it to Greg Anderson, a man who's got a foot in both camps, really. Ando looks for Strawny, read it beautifully, and took it on the chest and copped some treatment.
50-metre.
Oh, gee, he's got it.
He's got it. 50-metre. Fair can talk about acting.
Oh, I think it was there. Thought it was there. He was manhandled. And the player, I think, was Rod Jamison.
Correct.
He'll get spoken to. Cornsey will be out there. The runner, in fact, the runner's just leaving the boundary line now. The runner, Rob McKinnon, for the Crows today. So Strawny. Can he make the Crows pay? On his way, floats it, wobbles it, and he punches the air. A goal to Port Adelaide.
Big Ryan Fitzgerald.
I'll do what I want, Cornsey, all right? You're an idiot, mate. You're an idiot, Cornsey.
Mate, you've started beautifully.
Yeah, kick the goal and then, yeah, obviously miss one on the run and, yeah, get dragged. Oh, well, other guys have to get a kick, but I thought, you know, when the dominant player's out there, you keep him out there. Unfortunately, I got dragged.
Good build-up, Adelaide. McGuinness goes all the way to the goal square and just getting in the way. One of the Wakelands by the look of it. And it ends up with Modra. Modra, unselfish to the goal square, picking up Cowdery. Cowdery goals for Adelaide. Great moment for the Paralympian. Chips to the front of the goal square, and the mark taken by Buff Darren Lehman.
What's the betting here this time? Did miss last time?
He did. I reckon he was further out last time. Let's see how he goes. Darren Lehman. Crows are hitting back. Buff gets his first. Good stuff from the Adelaide Crows.
The action back with Stephen Williams, does it beautifully. This way, that way, goes to teammate, former captain Timmy Jennifer, loses it. Heavy traffic at centre wing. Here's a chance now for Clay Sampson. Picks it up beautifully. They're in control, Bickley. Back towards Groom. Had a good first quarter. Kicks long to the goals. Modra, unintended, into an open goal. Bang, goal!
As Greg Anderson now bounds away, kicks long, as we're accustomed to seeing, goes to centre wing. Nathan Bassett almost, Strawdy, brute strength, Strawdy and courage. Got it out, umpires paid him a free kick too. Rewarded for his courage. And he gets up and gets the free kick at centre wing. Just trying to milk it with
a 50.
Yeah. So Strawdy now holds the ball. They're actually down. You're a few goal down here, Strawdy. Need to attack. So he gets on with it now. Short to Morton. Morton now uses the breeze, goes long to centre half forward. And good mark taken in the middle of the pack. Cotton plays on immediately. The skipper, Primus, goes all the way. And he's kicked it, I think. Port Adelaide get one back.
Back towards the half forward flank. Brody Atkinson, can he pick it up? Over the top was Fabian Francis Brownie. Goes to Tommy Williams, has a bounce. Can he kick a major? Kick it! Tom. Oh! Not the best kick you've ever seen in your more natural. Oh! Goes to Ando, swings onto his left leg, which is his natural kicking leg. Goes to the flash. Fabian Francis chips it into the pocket. Strawdy's there. How is he by himself? Strawdy. Oh! Like a rocket, Strawdy. And he hits the cocky on the chest. Unbelievable. Cockatoo Collins, Strawdy take a bow. Shay Cockatoo Collins now. Might be a bit beyond him the distance.
Can I tell you something funny about this bit of Strawdy play? He wasn't actually on the ground. He sort of was off the boundary signing autographs, and he snuck on. They might have had an extra player out.
Oh, he's kicked the goal, the cocky. Jack, are you concerned about how many Crows players are on the ground at the one time?
They're like mice, Ken. Honestly, I worry about Cornsey. He hasn't won one of these. Today's the day. I got a gut feeling. I looked up, and all I could see was the Crows colours everywhere. But we did have 19 on at one stage. Strawny was signing autographs, the half-forward flank, saw the ball, such a selfish play. He's run out to the ground, grabbed it, goal. So I like that.
Now, Studley, this is your best chance to win a game. I like your tactics. 20 men on the ground, good tactics.
Now, like, I refute that. We've only got 7 interchange players. There was times we had 8 on the bench. I couldn't. How do you work that out?
Goes to Adam Kingsley. Goes short. Looks for Bishop. Can they do something here? The power up towards full forward. Bend over. Big Scotty. Goes back towards Gavin Wangadine. Can he kick a major? He has. Goal, Port Adelaide.
Bishop enjoying his roll up forward, having been a defender all his life, and he finds Dale Lewis, plays on to Strawny. Strawny tries to conjure something clever here around the body. Oh, no. Big goal, Strawny. Through the middle, Grantley, Filkey. Filkey now, loose players for Adelaide everywhere. Look at this. Frizy, Ryan Fitzgerald about to get run down, goes goalward.
Oh, no!
And finally, Big Frizy nails one for Adelaide.
Kluzik goes out to Jamo. Bickley, can they do something with it here? High football. Mods under it. Mods is taking the mark, Bondra.
Well, Tommy Williams, we've seen your magnificent footwork on Dancing with the Stars. The footwork out here perhaps not so good?
No, I've done some pretty embarrassing things in my day on TV. I even came out in a bullfighter's outfit on Dancing with the Stars, but that goal...
No, it wasn't a goal. You can't call it a goal.
Most embarrassing thing I've ever done on television. My girlfriend's just sitting over there. I'm just ashamed of myself.
Crows come away, Filkey towards the middle of the ground now. Cowdery kicked a goal earlier in the game. Great to see him getting a kick through the middle of the ground as well, and he sets the Crows running. He kicked it to space. That was to their advantage. Picking it up, Tasker on the lead. Modra one-handed, if you don't mind. Left foot around the corner. Fitzgerald plays on, and Stokel will go for Adelaide.
Comes to Freddie McGuinness around his body. It's all the Crows back. Stand up! Phillips is down. Couldn't quite complete the mark. He's down.
Wanganeen, space at half forward. Loose player is Primus. The captain gives it back to Roger James. Overusing the footy badly here. Port Adelaide, Tom Williams. Oh, he was going goal and his eyes lit up. And he's missed. Hey, if he thought it was embarrassing earlier in the day.
Take two.
Tell you what.
Goes back to Bishop. The handball came for Big Barnaby. Goes out. Tommy, take three. Oh, he's done it again. Tommy, you've got to come straight to the bench, go straight down the room, get dressed, and go and sit with your girlfriend. You've had a shocker.
Well, Tommy, look, I had to grab you again. We talked about your skill level before. Not really flash, but geez, you're finding the footy lot.
Yeah, but not doing a hell of a lot with it. Hence, I'm back on the bench, so...
Now, the coach, Jack Cale, said at three-quarter time, if you get the footy, he actually wants your teammates to tackle you.
That's right, that's correct. His instructions were, if Tom has the football, tackle him.
How's that for the self-esteem?
Not good.
Gonna put Adelaide... Oh! Cotton takes the mark, a beauty! A beauty! Oh, over Scotty Lee. And Jared Cotton now has a chance to bring this game alive. Can he? What an important kick. Oh, he's going to hand off. Go, no! He's gone to Strawny. Oh, what was he thinking? What was he thinking? The two players you don't kick it to, Strawny and Tommy Williams. Strawny now. He's coming around about...
He's improved that angle a bit.
About 5 metres. He's put the ball down. Time is important, Strawny. Important kick this. Goes bang with the kick, and he has missed. That's a bad miss. Port Adelaide, 12-14, 86. Adelaide, 16-7, 103. It's found Matthew Robin. I think time's going to beat the Power. Up towards full forward. Can the Power rebound? Can't do so. Modra, don't tell me, he might kick the winning goal. I think he has. Tony Modra.
Another fantastic slowdown down at AAMI Stadium. The Crows lead 6-3 at the moment. And I guess looking back over the years, there's been so many highlights, so many great guests that you've had, but your former teammates and the Port boys have really made it, haven't they?
That's the beauty. Ditz players like Modra continue to put their hands up. Ryan Fitzgerald want to play every year, just say lock us in. A couple have asked to be retired, Grantley, Filkey. This one still wants to keep on playing. He's nudging 50, so he will never retire, but that's been the real success story for me.
Am I told that Tony still counts his stats?
Yep, he's running out. Well, see, the beauty is now he only needs 2 hands.
Indeed. Now, there have been 9 slowdowns. You've had the State of Origin match as well. What have these games meant for the foundation?
Well, the headline numbers are nearly $2 million worth of revenues and total attendances of over 250,000 people. So it's Australia's largest charity football game, and it's just a credit to everyone in South Australia who gets behind it.
Been able to do 8 projects updating the cancer wards at the Women's and Children's Hospital, and in the end, that's been a real success story as well.
Chris, there must be some people that you'd like to thank.
Oh, look, absolutely. The sporting public of South Australia, they have turned up from day one, continue to turn up today. They've been the real success story of this one.
The other great part of it is we went to Graham Archer at Today Tonight and the 7 Network, and the profile that they've given us has just been unbelievable. I mean, the TV ratings are fantastic, but Channel 7 and Today Tonight have been a massive part of the whole profile of the game.
And not to mention West End, of course. West End have been the major sponsor of Slowdown since day one. They've done it through the whole 10, so without the support of the brewery, we certainly wouldn't be here today.
Can I just say that you two have to be congratulated. I know that you go back a long, long way. You were mates as little boys. You end up playing a lot of great SANFL and AFL football together. And to be doing this today, you've got to be so proud.
Yeah, it's been a marvellous thing to do. We often talk about where does it sit in terms of playing AFL footy and doing this, and we sort of both agreed that this sits head and shoulders above any footy achievements.
It's been an amazing success. Tony McGuinness, Chris McDermott, thank you. And we look forward to so many more big slowdowns.